the nigga that was trolling you. I'll turn on my camera here in a little bit. I'm fucking this shit up.
All right. Seems we're gonna kind of call this like a continuation of episode 2 because me and Jove did talk to Edge earlier today. I kind of wanted to get Jove here mainly because we were all talking from that big ass. No. I know that dog bite. Nah, I'm fine. Let me stop. All right. Anyway.
Bro, anybody else notice that he's 6'7", bro?
Yeah. Size 17
What?
shoe ass.
That is crazy, bro. That is fucking.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Jove is 6'7".
Jove is 6'7", bro. That nigga he's a center IRL, bro. He's a center IRL.
Damn, I thought I was one of the taller ones in the community. Fuck.
How tall are you?
Like 6'4", 6'5".
Damn.
Damn, and you had Dominican. Ain't you supposed to be short?
Hmm?
No, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, I brought Jove on because we were all talking from guard perspectives and how we thought the game should be played as a guard. And I obviously, yeah, that's kind of how what really makes games important and shit like that, because most of the community will be running a guard. But you cannot forget bigs. I mean, the game isn't what it is at the end of the day. If there weren't bigs, and like I said, in my personal opinion, I think Jove is the best big, especially IQ wise. So, it's what it is. So I had to pull him on here. Plus, you know, that's me and Kenley's boy. So you know.
Davy Jones.
What's up, man? Nice to meet y'all.
So, we went over a little bit of stuff, like mainly issues that we thought have been probably clarified in RH2. We talked a little bit about RH2, but obviously we want to set the focus to his game and not about RH2, because that's what we're looking forward to, of course. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, we kind of do have to go into like prior games history, just to, you know, make sure that he hasn't like you having a good idea of like what the hell you probably shouldn't be doing, or also what you can take, for example, from the other games and do with your own. Jove is also an older Roblox basketball player as well, same way with me. I mean, I have been playing longer than him, but he's been around since World 2, where I really would say it kicked off. So that's another place as far as like background goes and knowing what he's talking about, of course. So I think we talked a lot about like cosmetics. We talked a little bit about gameplay yesterday, but I wouldn't say anything crazy. Like we talked a little bit about like, you know, like stuff that we already know, like the basics and stuff like that. But of course, like I said, like I said yesterday, at the end of the day, the gameplay is what always makes the game, you know, like what we play it for. It's not so much about the rewards as much as it is about the gameplay. The rewards is just like a cherry on top, of course. It's how it's always going to be. But today, you know, I think we should just continue off where we were going. What's up, my boy? How you doing?
That's my brother, bro.
But yeah, we just continue from what we were talking about before. Obviously, we're gonna have a different input than we did yesterday, but I think like yesterday we definitely got some stuff on down pat. It was really nice. I think that was probably one of the best flowing conversations that I've had in a while, just in general. Even like I'll be talking about life, and whenever we talking about life, shit don't even be flowing like that. So yesterday was very well. So I look forward to that, to continue that. One thing that I want to say that we talked about earlier today that was really huge, especially for like depending on if you have like a set duo, is I as we talked about, one of his favorite games was 2K19. He's doing this like mainly a mix of 19 and 17, and something just stuck out to me because I always wanted to make this build in games before, even in RB World 4, where I felt like you could be a a big and really like have the shooting, I guess, kind of, it's still you still technically really just can't make this build, but builds like a shot a shot creating stretch, you know. That was a build that I really wanted to make. The closest you can get to that in RH2 is a point forward. It's horrible. It's not a good build. You're really slow. You can't shoot on top of that. At least to the extent that even a regular stretch could shoot. So that was really frustrating. But in the sense of playing like twos, I thought that was like a really, really good build. Especially when you're running with another big and stuff like that. So that tells me a lot, because that shows that when it comes to building, because Sai was also worried about this, is we're gonna have some pretty good customization when it comes to what we're doing with builds there. So that's really, really nice. Something to look forward to as well. But I'm gonna let Ken kind of kick this off. I feel like he's probably gonna have a couple more questions than I do right now, because like I said, I did talk to him a little bit earlier. And then Sai, I know you're gonna have some stuff too, because you had stuff that you didn't even get to really ask yesterday. And also ranked, we didn't get to talk about yesterday, so we're gonna have to get into that eventually soon.
Yeah. Yep.
So all right, go ahead, Ken.
One of the biggest questions that people were asking me that I kind of was wondering as well was, is there ever going to be a collab with like UGC creators, like people that make clothes like on Roblox? Do you think we would ever have something like that, like limited items before in game as well? So like they make them limited on purpose, and then see if you can do it limited as well in the game, like special clothes.
Kind of like collabing with these people that make clothes and dropping like a limited amount maybe, or something like that. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
I can do stuff like that. Yeah, because I like with games like even with 2K and stuff, or like even other games, is exclusive shit that you can get maybe for a limited time, or maybe there's only a limited amount, and it's kind of like it feels like almost like a flex, like damn, like I got this and these people don't, like I was able to get it and they don't. Yeah, it's like a flex. So it's like I would definitely like to do stuff like that, or like drop um clothes that are either exclusive, or you can only get for a limited amount of time, or stuff like that. Like there's gonna be like 2K for every like the seasons, like during Halloween there's gonna be like Halloween type of clothing. Christmas, there's gonna be that type of stuff as well. But I could definitely do like collab clothes that are exclusive, maybe whether they're out for like a weekend, or maybe there's like only 100 people can get it, or some shit like that.
Okay.
Kind of do stuff like that, or even for like season passes, like you can get it as like a season pass reward or something like that in the future.
I remember
like a lower tier.
I remember one thing that really caught my attention from 2K that I think would be like kind of cool if like it was like a cool end of the season reward or something like that, where like the animated clothes, like
yeah,
like
clothes.
2K22, you had like the green helmet that like was like animated. That shit is cool. So that'd be a cool reward. That'd definitely a cool reward. I don't know how possible that is. I'm not a scripter.
Lagging.
Yeah, like if you could do it without dropping, without performance spikes, that'd be a great idea.
I think dabbling in that will bring a lot of players along. Like the fact that, like, I mean, when they're on the game and they're like off for a set amount of time, and then they hear, oh, there's like 100 people that can get this thing. That alone is gonna get people on, regardless. Like, I think that would be cool to step into. Another one of my questions was, I know you probably don't have an answer for it because it's probably something you have to do like along the way. But the biggest thing that I have with what is it, RH2, is the desync. A defender will be completely behind you, like a big man, completely behind me, a good 2 feet, I'm not good 2 feet, like a good 8 feet, and I'm gonna go for a layup, 37% contested, like shit like that. Even though it's not lagging, because like you're not lagging, it's just the fact that it's desynced. Like he's just off you he's off on your screen, but on his screen he's on you. It's kind of weird.
I feel like that's to do with like I don't really know what that actually has to do with. I'm gonna have to, that would be something I would have to talk to my scripting team and have them. We would just test it, obviously. Like, we're not gonna go into testing without us playing games and stuff like that, and kind of trying shit first, and then kind of getting a bulk of people to go in and do multiple things at once. But that's something I'm gonna try to prevent from being a thing, because that's it's not fair. It's just kind of, I feel like it has to do with internet, if I'm right, and like the connection to the servers. But I don't know personally. That would be something I would have to have my scripters try to like prevent from being a thing.
I have an idea real quick, cause me and Jove I was trying to explain to Jove, like some of the stuff that do like rewards, stuff like that, and then like of course, he just like the rest of us, bro. First thing we ask when it comes to rewards is the biggest one requested of all, mascots. I mean, we can, that's just the way it is. We've never had it before, until RH2, but like we said, God knows if somebody's gonna grab that motherfucker, and let alone by the time somebody hits that rep, if they're even done. But two questions, or one's an idea, the other one's a question. So I'll start with the question, and that's have you? We dabbled in it a little bit about the price. Like after you unlock it, have you like had any like thoughts about that at all, or anything like that? Like, what are you thinking?
Well, they'll be realistic. I mean, I'm gonna have the currency to where like you can earn it, and you can stack up. And like I said, by then there's gonna be stage and stuff out too, so you can play stage and all that. But if I had to have a price, honestly, I really don't know yet. But it's not gonna be OD to where it's like you're spending forever to grind out all these coins just to go waste them on a mascot. Like it'll be something that pretty much like the casual guy that hits legend can afford them still, but it's not going to be like like 5,000 coin. I guess
Right,
maybe
so-
like
What's it like 50 maybe?
yeah, that's what I was thinking honestly, like around there.
Yeah, because I was like thinking like what like expensive things in RH2 were like obviously I think the most expensive thing now it's the test crossover. It's like really fast. I don't know what the fuck they put it in there just for nobody to be able to use it.
No,
But the jump shot celebrations, to buy the breakdown celebration that you get from the journey pass early, it was like 50K. I was like, that's not horrible.
no,
Like
I'm not doing that. For animations, it's not going to be like animations are going to be no matter. I don't care if it's like that 2K17 momentum package or shit like that. It's going to be affordable.
Yeah.
Like that's like the animations I will not be taxing on. Like they probably would not cost maybe more than 5,000 for an animation package.
give me
Maybe
one second. Yo, people who keep coming into my chat or DMing me to join the podcast, let me get this one thing straight. If we want you to be on the podcast, we'll reach out. Every single one of these guys has been reached out to, or we've had a talk or something like that to be on the podcast. This is not just some random voice call that we were like, oh, let's get in here and just chat and some shit. No, we planned this ahead of time. This is an idea that we came up with a while ago. Cyplex and Kinley are like permanent members on this podcast. These are guys who are going to be running the podcast with me, so they're not just guests. Edge is the first person we asked. We asked him quite a while ago, and then I brought Jovve myself. So if you're going to be on the podcast, I will reach out to you. Stop asking me to be on the podcast. The fact that you chatted twice to ask me to be on the podcast is actually pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie to you, so please stop. And of course it would be you, Kareem, bro. Please stop. Like I'm not shitting you, bro. Relax. Fix your defense.
What is it?
Kareem. As in, I'm pretty sure it's the Kareem
Oh yeah.
that has a logo right now in RH2. So back to what I was gonna say though.
That's tough.
For the mascots, of course, again, I think that the biggest thing that I think is a good idea for you, because we were trying to figure out like what amount should you put in the game. Like you don't want to put every single damn team inside the game,
No, just the main ones.
Right. You could probably do a poll and then or something like that and figure out what the most popular ones are. If you want to go that way, but if not, of course, I think a big part of that's your opinion. But I was just thinking about that earlier, like, because me and Jove, we didn't necessarily agree on what the best mascots were. Like, I thought the Hornets mascot was cool, and he was like, "Yeah, the Bumblebee's kind of dog shit." So so I was just saying, like,
It'll probably be the same ones that 2K has, like the same amount, those same ones.
like just top of everybody's head. Like, what are some of y'all favorites? Like, give me your top 3 mascots, everybody, real quick. Go ahead, Jove. Let me hear your top 3.
Lions, Bulls.
He means the Kings. All right, so
I
Kings, Bulls.
I don't want to say those Hornets, but I'm gonna say Hornets. But
Alright.
that shit is ugly.
All right, let me figure out who's
I
echoing.
think it is lucky.
That's me, but that's why my fault.
No,
Right,
cool,
you're
bro,
good, you're
cool. I think it's the Trailblazers, the one with the fuck, what was it? It's like a real, yeah, no, it's Trailblazers, that one, and then the
Why do I
Hornets,
not remember the
I fuck
Trailblazers
with the
one?
Hornets.
It's the one with the that wears the red jacket. I think it looks like a wolf or some shit. I'm not tripping. It's not a wolf, but it like
Oh, the
it's
trail
like
cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
truck, yeah. There you
That
go.
one's
Yep,
that one's okay.
that's one of my that one's good than the Spurs. I like the Spurs one too.
The Spurs one, yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah, that
Ken,
shit fire.
Ken, let me hear what you think.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Si. Go ahead, finish what you were
Yeah,
saying.
No. Okay, yeah, you can go. It's all good.
I think I fuck with the Bucks. I fuck with the Bucks. I think the Bucks one is hard.
Yeah.
The Bulls one, obviously, that just makes the most sense. And a personal favorite, I like the Raptors. Just fat ass Raptors. It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Kings. The line is called.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Bulls, and then I know it's kind of but just for big men specifically, I think it really looks really clean. It's the Heat mascot. I do like the Heat mascot for bigs. But the Spurs is one of my other ones that I mean.
Yeah, that's
Spurs
it's hard.
The Grizzlies is kind of
that.
underrated. It's literally the Grizzly, but it has like the blindfold on, you know, or the headband. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all
this
never
is
seen it?
light. Miami, Big Bernie.
Yeah.
That big bro.
Yeah.
You're getting an easy like 5 inches using that mascot every time. I
was imagine running that as a guard, like.
Bro, him, the Rockets one, and the Magic.
No, Magic.
The Magic, yeah, the Magic one is huge.
So tough.
He's huge.
Yo, I would follow the Magic one.
Wait, Edge, I got a question. I got 2 questions. So the first one is because we're talking about mascots. Will it be hard to make these? Because like you're saying, you're gonna make it like you're gonna make it the actual like how it is. So is it gonna be hard to make these mascots or?
I don't know. I'm not making them. I'm about to pay someone to make them.
Okay, so all right, bet. And
so it'll be done. Like I'm gonna hire like a legit like 3D person that knows what they're doing and have them do it. Like I'm getting everything professionally done. Like I'm not making nothing. This is all like I just give the ideas and I go hire people that know what they're doing and I just tell them like, you know, this is what I want. Can you make it happen? Like I don't know how to script. I don't know how to make maps. I don't know how to make clothing. I don't know how to make any models. So I just hire people.
Well, someone's got to put it in motion. You know?
All right, bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's fire. And then the other one is because you said it's gonna change the height, right? Like you said, it's automatically gonna. Okay, so about the height, will that nerf some of the
no, it's just gonna give you.
It'll be the same contest, same everything.
Yep.
Yeah, you just look bigger.
All right, bet.
It's just isn't that how it works in 2K? Like you don't change your stats, you just have it on.
Shit, they feel like that nigga doing something.
It feels like it feels different.
I was gonna say like I remember I think it was 20 where I had the Magic mascot on and I was like 6'4", and I was a shot creator, bro. And for whatever reason, bro, I swear to God, I turned into a lock. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what.
The mascots be making you feel different.
Speaking of that, though, I will say I think that the mascots won't be that hard for whoever he hires because they're gonna be based off of NBA mascots. They're gonna have something to go off of rather than making them from scratch. Like I think RH2 will have to do, or if ROBALL 4 had their own mascots, they would have had to make their own mascots. That's where I think the challenge comes in. But because they have something to go off of, they at least have something to go off of. You know what I mean? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they're they're gonna look accurate to the real mascots. Like they're gonna have like the furry hands. They're gonna look like the real thing. Not like I've seen some of these games with the mascots. They do like the head and like the body just looks like that R15 body, and then the arms just look like a regular like human arms. And like I'm not about to do that. Like
it's like they did the new mascot for Hoops Life is the Bucks mascot. It just. No, that's the best way. It doesn't look good.
No.
It doesn't look good. Like you can tell that's the Bucks mascot, but it looked like someone went and bought that motherfucker from Walmart. So
Edge, will you like are you the type to like wait till everything's done then drop the game, or would you like? All right, so you would just wait until the mascots are dropped, then you would drop it, even though. Like RH2, for instance, like me, we don't even know if
they're not. We don't know if they're done, right?
Well, here's why because I'm looking to make like a game trailer and like drop that before the game goes into alpha. So I want to be able to show off.
If you show off a mascot in a trailer, bro, I swear to God, everybody's playing your game. I promise you.
Well, that's why I want. Like the only thing I probably won't show off, obviously, is the legend.
Legend reward.
I definitely like I already have it planned. Like I want to I'll probably take some footage from the testing stage, of just having the parks filled up and people playing. I'll probably record something private with like me, my management, and then maybe some of the devs. Or if I have staff at the time, even the staff were all in mascots just playing. Like I want to be able to show off some of the features of the game
Yeah.
and what's gonna make it stand out. Because I feel like that's what that trailer is what's gonna sell the game to people and make them maybe want to switch from RH2, you know,
Right.
Hoops Life, and then come play this game. So instead of just dropping the game, be like, oh, it's just a new, like I want to be able to show off those features. And since everyone goes crazy for the mascots, that's definitely
That's
something I want to show off.
Yeah,
that was
no, for real.
one thing that I wish there was a way to like kind of get people to like to basically make this a game mode early, but there really ain't no point because everybody's gonna be starting at zero basically. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
that would have been if there was a way for you to have a reason to have that non multiplayer progression like game mode that I was talking about or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like the rookie part. Like if there was a reason to tease that into the game in the beginning, that would definitely be something that would draw a lot of people to it too. Like if that was in the trailer, like having trouble leveling up, come to the rookie park or play against these AIs or whatever the fuck it is. Like that would be
Yeah.
a good selling point too. But obviously, we're all starting in the same place in the beginning, so there just wouldn't be no point. But
Yeah, no, like I'm definitely gonna have something. I'm probably not gonna have that like rookie park early on. That'll probably be something maybe I'd add
Yeah,
down the road, like
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
after a couple of months.
You need a reason. You would need a reason to have that in there, right?
Hmm.
That's what I was gonna say. If you didn't have the mascots ready and you just dropped the game, because I know you said it would take like at least what 2 to 3 months to hit legend or something like that.
Three to
That you
Like
four.
3 to 4 months.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Are you the type to just drop the game early so you give us like
No.
earlier date, or or just to wait?
No, I'm more of the type like I'd rather get everything done at once instead of maybe
Yeah.
dropping the game and then being like, oh, I still have to get this done. But now, I'm limiting myself to how, I have to now get this done in this amount of time versus, there's no drop date. So I can take, my time. And
Mhm.
also I feel like with that, they'll look better since I don't have to rush to go get them made. I can just take my time, get good mascots made, and at least drop the game knowing I have all of it ready to, it's all done with. So I can just drop the game and then, if RH2 maybe, for example, did that thing where they don't even have the mascots yet and someone hits it, they're like, there's no reward. They get
Yeah.
nothing for that. So
Mhm.
I don't want to be in a situation like that. I'd rather just have the peace of mind of knowing I
I mean,
dropped a complete game.
people already pissed because
Alright,
the
bet.
season got extended. Could you imagine if motherfuckers hit legend and didn't get their mascots? No one's playing
Yeah,
that
like, I'm
game no
not
more.
doing that.
Bro,
Yo, no, that'd be tough,
yo,
bro.
I have a
like-
I have a question because like I feel like it's I feel like it's a little bit of a pride question. Mainly because it's more of like I feel like it's almost like a personal thing. Not necessarily, but in a way, I kind of feel like it is. Is there opportunities for people to throw in money to invest into this, and will it have an impact on like development, like especially because like I'm thinking about like this too,
Yeah, of course.
like imagine you got lucky and somebody was like, here's this much money. Would that increase development speed? Like would that make people
Yes.
yeah, like I was, because like
Because-
I'm not rich or nothing like that. And before this sounds super gloaty, people find out I have two PCs and they're like, "Oh, retired got money." Like, no, the fuck, I just got out of school. The fuck are you talking about? Like, nah,
No, I mean,
nah. But that would be if I can see what I can do, of course. But is there like I'm curious, like this is where I said this might get personal. Is there a certain amount right now that you're saying that is like that you're paying right now, like
um,
in
I mean, I don't really care. I'll go over what I've paid so far because I don't really give a shit. Because it just kind of, if anything, shows someone that wants to make a game, how realistic, you got to be with funds. So for example, I have a good bulk of the menu UIs done. I probably have like maybe 55-60% of the UIs made. I don't even have all of them. That costed me alone like $150. Um, the map, um, my map guy that I had hired was charging me $50. That was just one guy, and now he quit. So, he's giving me my money back. But I gotta hire at least two people, so that's at least gonna be like $100 for map people. So that's maybe 250 right there. I have to get the other UIs made. That's going to be another probably 100, 120. So let's say three. Let's just round it up to 300. Or no, 400, right? Wait. Fuck. Yeah, 400. Let's just round that to 4. Then I got to pay scripters. Thankfully, my guy, with how experienced he is, he's pretty affordable. So he charges me $20 a week. So 80 a month. So let's just say for a month, $80. So now we're at 480. Then all these custom things like the mascots and all that, I got to get those made. I don't know how much that's going to cost me. Let's just say like $5 to $10 a mascot. And if I'm getting, 10 mascots, that's another $100. So now we're at like 680. It's probably going to cost me a fair amount. But the nice thing with this versus like other shit is you pay for it once and that's it. Like you don't have to pay for it again.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I have so far that I've paid for. Oh, and then there's also animators, which charge $5 usually in animation, roughly. But my guy is one of my boys, so he's not charging me.
And he seemed
to do
nice.
animations.
He seemed nice. We seen no
We paid
leaks.
another guy. We paid another guy, and we're just finding out recently that he kind of like leaks animations and sells them to other people as well for their games. So we're not really like using him anymore. We're using my boy because he doesn't, he's exclusively doing stuff for us right now.
What is Runts? Like, what does he do?
He's my management.
Okay.
He's just one of my boys that knew me, or he was low key. Yeah, in his words, he was a fanboy at first, and then I picked him up for my league team when I was playing in the league, and then we all just would kind of like just chill in those calls, and he was one of those people that was like, I'll put up money, which was why I gave him management because he said he'd put up a lot of bread, and I knew him for a while, but he hasn't put up any bread yet, but he's made up for it by being in these group chats with me and like with my scripters and my animators and stuff, and giving feedback and helping me kind of make progress with getting stuff done.
Yeah, there's no way that I want to put pressure or anything like that on, like I said, because obviously everyone's gonna be super excited and stuff like that. The bigger this gets. But if there was a way, I guess in a sense to call from a higher power, I suppose,
I wish
and help you, help you speed this up, and keep it
it's-
smoothly, because like the best way to speed it up isn't by overworking somebody, it's by adding more people. So
Yeah,
I know that's
all
would
it
be.
is. It's just the reason it's also taking longer is because of funds. Like if I had all the money in the world, literally right now, I'd probably have 2 to 3 scripters, 2 to 3 animators, 2 to 3 map designers. I'd probably just stick with the one UI guy because they'll all have the same style. But
Yeah.
if I were to get literally, I think honestly, the thing that's gonna take the longest, at least right now, is gonna be the map. I mean, I don't have a map still, so having to get all these things made, it's gonna take a while. Well, it's not even gonna take a while. It's just a matter of being able to find 2 people that are affordable within my price range. But yeah, it's definitely more of the financial aspect that's kind of like delaying it in a way, but also because I'm not trying to just rush the game itself. I have put it out there that if people do want to contribute and kind of put up funds for the game, like they would get in-game stuff, they'd get the game for free depending on how much they're putting up. They'd get to be able to test it. They'd have their name in the credits, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Try and get that going, because there's no way that we want the game to be rushed in the sense of one person rushing their certain task. But I think there's definitely nothing wrong with getting more people for those specific tasks that are capable of being extended when it comes to the team. And then and making that go faster. I think that's, for one, I'm just gonna be honest, that's definitely seems like it'd be a lot easier for you. Just so it's not all on you solely financially. And of course, like I said this yesterday. We'll talk about that. I might be able to do something.
Yeah, I mean,
later on down the road.
I'm not gonna beg people to pay me.
Yeah.
But it's more one of those things, like if someone were to, it's definitely gonna speed up the game process and being able to get it out there.
Because I think the
of course, it
reason
helps a
I'm
lot.
prying at, I guess the reason that really like irks my nerve, that I felt like that was something that I could bring up, was, like I said, RH2 is gonna die. So
Yeah.
that was like one of the reasons I was like, man, like I feel like this is like a good idea. You know, the game's gonna die, and someone's gonna need to be there to pick it up. Otherwise, every game dies for one, and that's gonna suck for everybody. Not that I personally care, but you know, that's just gonna be horrible for everybody. But on top of that, like the content part is really gonna die. Like that's one of the big parts. Like that's what brings so many players to the games in the first place. Is like people go and watch certain content creators and like damn, or like you know, and especially when it comes to like the promoing and stuff like that. Like your game has to be popping for you to be able to promo, and that can get bigger creators. You know, even 2K YouTubers that come over and come try this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree that game is gonna die out eventually. And the worst part about it is they're doing it to themselves. Like
That's the sad part.
It's not even like the Roblox basketball community is like dying or like people aren't making content. It's just they're doing it to themselves, and it's like they can fix. It's like 2K. 2K killed their own game, and it's like they could have fixed it. It's just they just turned the blind eye to like the ways, like the truth, I guess. The ways that they can actually fix it. If I was RH2, they just gotta wipe the whole staff team and restart. Get people that are actually going to be active, set up the ticket system, kind of reset or tweak, the content creator, and acknowledge the people that actually like are, putting people onto the game and stuff like that. Putting out these more game modes because nobody play, like I said, they don't have a 1v1 court in the park. They only have the one in the arcade, and like you're not going to play that because you don't even get like any attributes or anything for that.
Yeah.
So you're just wasting time. There's no rec for people that want to play 5-on-5. The leagues, they don't even have pro-am for that. And the my cores, it feels like it's a little too small for that. The lag, there's just a lot of things that they can fix, but they just seem to, and then of course delaying the new season. Like everyone's done with this season. They're waiting for rec at this point. They hyped it up so much. They want to be done with this season pass and move on to the next one. And it's just, they just delayed it for what reason?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they're just doing it for the money. Like I think.
Yeah,
That's what I think. That's what I think.
This game feels like it's definitely a cash grab.
And the reason why I even mess with you even more, bro, because I can just tell that you don't do it for the money. And the reason why I knew, because earlier I was looking at your Discord and I seen that your pre-alpha, beta, all that is gonna cost Robux, right? But when the full game releases, that you're gonna make it free, which is smart as hell. That's hella smart. You get what I'm saying? Because that means you're gonna have so much more players, and like more of them probably gonna buy the battle pass or not battle pass, the season pass, whatever you want to call it. If it goes crazy, you know what I mean? People are really gonna like put money into it, even though they can just play it for free.
It's like that. It's like that for all free to play games. There's always like, all free to play games. The fact that it's free gives people more opportunity to spend more money on the in-game, cosmetics. So once the game becomes free, that's the case. But of course, like the people who are actually gonna take the game serious though and play it religiously are gonna be the people who buy it in alpha/beta.
The thing with buying it, for anyone that does buy it, like first off, I made the prices. I feel like the prices that I'm charging for alpha and beta are pretty affordable, but it's you buy it once and that's it. Like you don't have to buy it in alpha then in beta. I also am giving those reasons to buy it during that time. Like during alpha, since it's gonna cost more, you'll get that exclusive player card, the alpha player card. You'll start off with a bit more VC than maybe when we go into beta or even like the full release. That's I'm trying to make it where if people do spend money on the game, they're kind of getting their money's worth and they're not just wasting money. Like even the season pass, it's going to be affordable, but it's also going to be worth the money, I guess. Like it's not going to be like RH2's where after rewards it's just empty. It's going to be from the start, like it's going to be filled.
All right, so what should we expect in pre-alpha and beta? Like what's going to be in there?
Well, when the game goes into alpha, it's just going to be parked because I was saying earlier, I was telling Jovve and Retired, I don't want to drop that and then maybe also stage and rec. And then it's like, you have bugs and all these things and you have to fix 3 different things instead of you just drop one, everything goes smooth and you don't have to worry about fixing it. You just focus on the one, perfect it. Then you drop the next thing, perfect it, make sure everything's smooth. And it just allows us to have our full focus on one section. But I'm not going to pull in RH2 and take 3 years to drop rec. Like I'm really looking to drop park, have it out for like a month or so, and then if it's smooth, drop rec like the next season.
So would you reset like overalls as well?
No.
Or, oh, so they would keep. So they get like a easy like a head start. They get a head
Well, yeah,
start
that's
on.
the advantage you get for buying the game
Okay.
versus waiting for it to be free. I'm
So
not
so
gonna reset nobody for anything. No rep, no overall, nothing.
okay, let's say somebody already hit like 90 overall and Rookie Park didn't come out yet. Like then when the full game releases,
Mhm.
are they gonna be in the Rookie Park? Even though I know it's gonna be rookies, but like because obviously
No,
if
they won't be able to.
all right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so what if they go to the park, right, and there's nobody there? So what are you gonna do for those type of people that already
I'm not too worried about that, honestly. If I'm being honest, I feel like people really aren't good. If I'm gonna be honest, I really don't think people are gonna play the rookie park. I think it's
Mhm.
gonna be one of those things that it's maybe cool at first, people go check it out, but then after that, like, and you're gonna. What I'm probably gonna do, when we get to a point where there is a lot of 90s, 99s, and then there's new people joining, I'll probably make the rookie park one of those things like you can, how it's going to be. The game is it'll be like RH2. You start at 60, you can upgrade to 65, then you're going to start grinding. Rookie park is going to be up until 70 overall. But what I'm going to do is boost, you're going to get ×2 to kind of get you in and out. You get to your 70, then you can
Yeah,
get
you don't
into the
gotta
real
live
game.
there. Right.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. So
fine.
you're
That's
going to
fine.
get when you're in there, you'll get um, a boost towards badges and your attributes, just so that you're not a 70 and you have like no badges. But to prevent people from maybe farming just that and not upgrading to 70, it's just going to go based off of the attribute bars. Like whether it's maybe from 68 to 70, let's just say for example it takes 2 attribute bars. And so maybe in total you have 6 or 7 attribute bars before you're 70. You're only going to be able to play that many games until the game identifies that you have those 7 attribute bars. Then it won't let you in to kind of prevent people from maybe trying to get a max out build by playing scrubs.
All right, but all right. Another question is so because will there like be any phases then? Because like you said, the pre-alpha and beta, they're just only like is that only gonna be like park only or?
So alpha, the plan is with alpha. I'm looking to kind of have alpha be quick and go into beta. Beta is going to be longer. But alpha, I'm looking at short. Basically, probably just do park, rec, and then maybe stage I'll add into it, and then betas when like I'll drop the event arena,
Okay.
pro am, and then the ranked, kind of the more like in depth, like stuff that's gonna take more time versus stage and rec.
Let's hit that real quick. Ranked. Well,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we know rec, for example, is gonna be more so matchmaking. So I feel like for ranked, like, for one, is it gonna be, because like I feel like every game always does ranked different. It doesn't matter what kind of game it is. It could be an FPS, it could be a RPG. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
1, will you be able to solo queue? 2, will it be SR, like a SR rating kind of thing, or will it be like a placement thing? Cause like I feel like I've always felt like a SR rating kind of thing is like just better, cause you just go up the more you win, and then
It's gonna be the best way to put it. How I'm doing ranked is it's gonna be similar to Rainbow Six, where as you rank up, you're gonna be playing people that are more at your rank
okay.
and stuff like that. You might have the chance. You get. You're like a. So the ranked, it's gonna be pretty much like Rainbow Six. So it's gonna be like bronze, silver, gold, diamond, platinum. Then I don't know what I'm gonna call the final one. I don't want to literally just straight up copy Rainbow Six, but it's not gonna be. You start at like bronze 5, and then you have to work up to bronze. It's just gonna be 1 through 3.
Okay.
But your rank can fluctuate whether you win or lose games. It's gonna be like Rainbow Six, where if you lose, like you can lose a lot towards your progress, and then you have to win maybe like 5 games or something like that to kind of get back to where you were. But that's only gonna be for the higher ranks because
That's like-
there's gonna be.
That's kind of how I feel about like I feel like Warzone 2, like the way that they kind of set it up is like really smart. I think Fortnite did it too with Arena back when that first came out. It was like a deployment fee kind of thing. I feel like the higher you get up, maybe like when you queue up into your game, you start off with like you lose like 50 or 45 of the SR or whatever the rating may be called. for just queuing up and getting into a game in the first place. And then depending on like your stats and stuff like that, like oh you hit 5 assists. All right, so let's give you like a bonus, you know, like 10 guaranteed SR. You know, like something like that. Like that'd be cool. I think that's a good idea. But of course, like it can be different. You know, it can always be different.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be like that. Like your stats are definitely gonna also have an impact. Like if you win and you also have a good game, like you drop 21 as a guard, you're definitely gonna get more towards your rank progress. It's definitely gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be seasonal. You know, the season I'm not gonna drag out. You know, like 3-4 months a season. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be one of those things. You know, if you hit the top rank by the end of the season and you stay that rank, you know, you
down
get.
a little bit.
I have an idea for that though. You know how like you get what is it? Ranked awards. It'd be kind of cool if in your my court it had a plaque of all the shit that you did for the season. So say you hit the top rank, it has a plaque that shows like where you placed that on your thing. Like obviously like whatever or trophy or some shit.
Or something like that, or like
rewards.
clothes, like oh like
I wanted
you
to
could
get
have
into
like a platinum shirt for like the
Yeah.
season or something like that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That'd
Well,
be
like
cool,
I was
like
showing you
rewards for
even
the-
earlier, your rank will be displayed publicly to
on
everybody. Like
on the play card.
yeah,
Right.
it'll be on the player cards, like the little icon for what rank you are. So for hitting top rank, I could set something up in the my courts. There's like little trophies that I could set up like on like a shelf. So like season 1, if you hit, let's say the top rank, you get the trophy in your my court. And then you know it just keeps going up. You know, season 2 you get it. You know, you just keep stacking the trophies. But there's gonna be rewards for being the top rank by the end of the season. And then there's going to be a global leaderboard. So like the top 10 or top 5 players in the whole community with the most wins, or like even top 3. I might just do top 5, top 3. You know, make it really competitive. They're going to get, you know, like really exclusive rewards to, you know, make them stand out in the community. There's going to be stuff like that, and it's going to reset every season. It's going to be different rewards every time, so that it doesn't get boring.
I think that's definitely like probably the best thing you can do for it. Like knock. I'd also bring people down, maybe like a rank or something like that. If not reset them.
They'll reset. Everybody will reset every season.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things. You know, I'm looking very, very long term into this game. Right, so like I was saying, you know, you're legend now. You have all 5 of your builds or 10 or whatever, 99. You have. You know, what do I do?
Yeah, what is there to do? Right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. That was gonna be one of my questions.
You'll basically have ranked and then events, but the difference with ranked versus the events is ranked. You'll be able to play whenever you want, and you can just go hop in there solo queue. You know, you can go in with your team or whatever. It's probably gonna be 3s for that. By the way, that's probably gonna be 3-on-3.
I was gonna ask.
Just 21, just first to 21. You know, just straight up like that. You know, that gives those players that are down the road something to do, or even for content, like, you know, I hopped in rank, you know, as you know, the top. I thought
that was one of my big concerns, because like when number 4 came out and we figured out that there was gonna be a ranked rec, we were like, okay, that could be nice, you know, that'd be cool competitively. But then we kind of started to realize like playing 5v5 rec, especially not having it be like squad based, is a little dumb, because not everybody's involved, and we already know someone's gonna hog the living hell out of the ball just so that they can, you know, pack their skill rating or whatever the case may be. So I feel like you know, like the best way to combat that is to bring it down to 3-on-3 like park style games. Almost.
Just 3. Yeah, that's I feel like the way to do it, because you know nobody really wants to sit there and play 30-minute games over and over again for ranked. You know, that's what rec and that's what pro-am's for. For this, you know. And also, if you're at those higher ranks, you know, you lose a game and you drop maybe even a rank or like a lot of progress, and you know it's going to take you 3 to 4 games to just get back to where you were. You don't want to sit there for 2 hours just to get back to where you were, versus you play maybe 3 to 4 park style games and you're right back where you were.
Right. Yep.
But those higher ranks, it's going to be, you know, if you lose and you don't have good stats, like you're going to drop a decent amount, and it's going to take a couple of games to get back to where you were.
So I'm assuming there's a leaderboard. I'm assuming there's a leaderboard.
Yeah, there's going to be a leaderboard. Yeah, there's going to be a leaderboard. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do top 5, top 3, top 10. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I definitely want to make it really competitive. So that, you know, you're not rewarding so many people, whether they got carried or whatever, and it's exclusively just these people that are clearly like just shitting on everybody in ranked.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
Oh,
question. So look, yesterday, my bad. So yesterday you were talking about custom jerseys. Yesterday, I know you were talking about like Pro Am. How is that gonna work? Will there be like custom shirts inside of like type of way, like 2K and everything, or
In
what?
Pro-Am, I'll probably have it where you can implement, your team jersey colors,
Okay.
and then your logo onto the jersey. But that's going to be just like 2K. It's going to be a privilege. So if I see people are literally putting dicks on jerseys to troll content creator
Yeah.
teams, you're just going to get. I'm not going to take that privilege away. You're just going to get beat. That simple.
Okay.
All right,
I
bet.
feel like that's
I
unfair
was
to punish so
gonna-
many people for a small percentage of people that are just there to troll. That's just not
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because I was my original idea was not how you said it was just beam motherfuckers. I was saying send you a picture of what it looks like and get it
Yeah,
approved
that's
by
what
you.
that would
at first.
I could always do that too. That's actually honestly I think that's a better idea to do
Mhm.
that. But I might even have a staff.
you
group,
probably
like,
have to do
I-
like a ticket system or some shit like that for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it'll
yeah. Like
be-
submit your team jersey
like,
ticket.
I might even consider making a rep reward the ability to get like a custom T-shirt or a custom jersey,
That's
like
what
with like an icon or something like
That'd be
that.
hard.
I'd be like, I feel like that'd be good for content creators and stuff like that as well. But it'll probably be the same type of system. Like we'll just have to approve of it, and then we'll have to make a system where we can allow players to have that put into their inventory or something like that.
Okay.
All right. I have a question real quick. Then after that, I kind of want to ask, have Jove ask a question. I feel like he's been quiet. So, so yeah, real quick. For rebounding,
Ooh.
well,
Mhm.
what are you thinking for this system? Because like we have like RH2 is a pretty good mix in a way to where you can be able to jump for the ball, but it's also okay. Let's be clear. I'm talking about now, not before. Because when the ball hit the ground, that
Yeah,
motherfucker
before
was gone. But now it's
Nah,
not too
for
bad.
real.
You can definitely get boards. But like, man, I would say at least I like the idea to be able to jump for the board. I mean, it's just more realistic. I don't like the whole letting it fall and then going to go chase after it, that kind of thing.
No,
But
it's
I
gonna
will
be
say
like
if there's just one minute thing that I really want to ask for, I'm tired of I don't care. It's just like this in real life. I'm tired of boxing out a motherfucking big for them to get a rebound. Like
it's definitely gonna
over the back
it's
foul, bro.
gonna-
Like, what are you talking about? He's got
Nah,
his
it's
nuts in my
gonna-
hair, bro.
it's gonna be based off of multiple things. Like first off, you're gonna be able to jump for rebounds. That would just be pointless. Someone upgrades their rebounding and you can't even jump for the ball.
Jove
It's
was
gonna
Jove
be-
was curious about that too. Will it be split, offensive and defensive? Like, will they be split, or will it just be like one thing?
It's gonna be split.
Thank you.
It's gonna be rebounding is gonna be based off multiple things. I noticed in RH2 the biggest flaw. I feel like I don't know if it's really a flaw or maybe I just like to complain a lot about the game. I've gone against centers that I have better positioning than them, but just because they have a badge higher than me by like one or two, like they have rebound chaser gold and I have a silver, they get it over me just because of that. It's not going to be just, there's going to be factors that go into it, whether it's your positioning, how high your rebound is, what badges you have. It's going to be more than just, whoever has the higher badge gets it. Of course, if you have two players that are, they both have a 95 rebounding, they both have really good positioning, then of course, that might come into play. But overall, it's going to be how you position yourself, and then of course how high your attribute is.
I was gonna say another thing too that
yeah.
real quick, I'll go real fast. Like for RH2 specifically, like by now, like it only took me like a week to realize that the ball always goes a certain way on each hoop. It's not like where you shoot from. It's literally like you could shoot from the opposite corners, and that ball still somehow some fucking way goes to the corner right back to you. I think that fucks up the game, especially because if you have a big on the court, you're not getting a board. They know the ball's going to that fucking side.
Yeah, you might as well just.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like that. Like my scripter, thankfully, like I guess I'm building a lot of hype around him, but he's good, and I'm gonna tell him, he's not gonna make it. I feel like that's just simple scripting. They just kind of try to cheat around having to script in, oh, but if the ball hits this side, then it has to go this way. I think they just went the simple route, and I don't want to do that. Like, I want to make a very technical game that has a lot of stuff that comes into play for each possession or each play, whether it's a rebound or stuff like that. Like, it's going to be multiple things that come into play, and that's how I'm going to try to do it. I'm not aiming to just make this simple looking game that just functions really simply, and it's just, it's not stuff like that. You're able to you already know where the ball's going to go just based off where that person's shooting. It's not, I feel like that's just not the way to do it. That's just taking like the easier route and taking like shortcuts instead of making it more technical and have more things go into play. You really don't know where the ball's going to go until it bounces off the rim.
All right, but yeah, speaking of like rebound and everything like that, will there like be an actual like difference? Because like on RH2, there'll be like a guy with rebound chaser on gold, and I'll be a guard, a 6'2" guard, and I'm getting boards over him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the badges are gonna heavily impact this game as well. But like, of course, at the higher tiers, like Gold and Hall of Fame is where you're gonna see maybe the difference from bronze and silver. And it's basically, I feel like that will be a way to prevent demigod builds, because if every badge is decent, if there's not really a difference from silver to gold or even Hall of Fame, everyone's just going to make builds where they kind of get a little bit of everything. They get bronze and silver, and then it's just meta builds, and there's quote unquote demigods. So there's going to be that boost from silver or gold to Hall of Fame. I mean, if you're a big with gold or Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and a guard is out rebounding you, honestly, just to leave you're not meant to be a center. You're ass. Like, there's just no way that should be happening. Like, you should not be getting out rebounded by a guard in a game. Like, overall, I'm not saying guards shouldn't be able to get any rebounds, but like, you should not be getting out rebounded by a guard as a 7'7" center with gold or Hall of Fame rebound chaser. You're just ass at that point.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. About that, like, should that make because you know how they have vertical and everything like that? Is your game gonna have like vertical? Because like,
it's gonna have all of that.
Do we have to upgrade? Will we have to upgrade vitals though? Like I don't like that about RH2 that much. I mean, speed
I like it.
Speed, I get.
Rebounding's tricky.
Speed, I mean, 2K19 they didn't have that, right?
Speed, I kind of get, but like, bro, like upgrading like acceleration and like stamina and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about.
I'm gonna make those upgrades, but it's not gonna be where they take up a big chunk of your attribute points.
Okay.
Like, you're not gonna be able to get like, obviously if you're upgrading but you're not gonna get you're not gonna be able to max all of those out. But I'm not gonna make those where it's like you max out your speed, you max out your acceleration, your vertical, and you use like half your upgrade points. Like, it's not gonna be like that. But I'm gonna have those into play as well, just so that your build has to have some type of weaknesses. It can't be this perfect build that can do everything and there's just nothing wrong with it. So you will have to sacrifice
it, right?
Yeah, it also just, I feel like you have all of these things that you can play around with when making your build. It just allows for people to make their own unique build, and for people to find those hidden builds that are low-key kind of fire, and they can make a video on it. Or
man, when I make this shot stretch, y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna know shit. I promise you that right now.
My thing is like the automatic like tracking with the fucking rebound chaser, like the big motherfuckers. Like, he'll be on one side of the goal, and the ball will bounce to the left, and he'll jump over and he'll maneuver in the air past me and catch it. So I'm saying, like, if he jumps and he's on the right side and I jump on the left side, theoretically I should be the one damn near getting it.
Yeah,
like,
it's not gonna be that bad.
I'm not saying you won't get it, but I'm just saying, like, it should be better chances that I get it because I'm on the appropriate side, because the ball should be going random.
Yeah, it's not going to be that bad. Like, even with Hall of Fame rebound chaser.
That shit is wicked, bro.
If you're I do this with bronze and silver rebound chaser. Like, I do the same shit, so I know what you're talking about. Like, it's not going to be like if you're on the right side of the basket and the ball bounces far on the left. You're not going to be able to just press Y or whatever space and then just jump and get over to the ball. Like, you're not going to float over to the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the vertical and everything though. Like, if I have like the lowest vertical, does that mean like I should not be able to jump at all? Like you said, I really like, if you really want to make the rebounding perfect in my opinion, is like if somebody has a 99 vertical with 99 rebounding, there's no way they should get the ball like the rebound every time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm trying to
Yeah.
So like that's what I was saying. Like, do you think that would like help a lot to make the rebounding like perfect?
Yeah, your
like,
vertical will definitely. Like that's also gonna also make centers sacrifice something to upgrade their vertical so
As
they
I
can
say,
outjump other centers
Yeah.
and stuff
as
like
a
that.
shot
Yup.
stretch, like I expect to not be able to bully another big like that.
Yeah,
Like
of course.
you might be
Yeah.
able to combat it a lot more than a guard would, but I don't think you should be able to go snag a board all the time from
No.
a glass cleaner just because you happen to be someone who can shoot and be tall as fuck. Like that, I just don't think that's
Yeah, yeah.
necessary. That's something
Yeah,
that you
that's
should be able to
insane.
sacrifice.
No. So I'm definitely gonna have that vertical in there too. Also, it's also gonna be good for um bigs. You know, if maybe someone does make a dominant inside big for offense, but they really didn't upgrade their rebounding or their vertical, and then they're going against another center with a higher vertical. You know, they should be able to out rebound them because
I
they're
think
jumping
one
higher.
thing that I gotta give you like props on, I guess, really is like the like since we're gonna be having like no like meta builds necessarily, is like that's one thing about RH2 is we already knew what the hell was gonna be happening really because of the fact that it had a pre-alpha for one, but two, like we already knew like what attributes you were gonna be able to shoot with and shit like that. Like you know what I mean? Like even without badges, we already knew. So like
Mhm.
this game is like a vice versa of that. Like you're gonna be able to make a build and see the attributes, but even after testing it, like it's not gonna like we're gonna take a while to have to like understand. Oh shit, hey bro, you gonna have to wait till you figure out if you need this badge or not, or whatever the case may be, to be before you make content on it. Because no matter what, someone's making a video on a build. Someone's making a video
Yeah.
on their build, whether it's catfish, like that's not actually their build or whatever the case may be. Someone's making a video on a build, and people are gonna go and find that build because they're too lazy to figure out what works for them.
Yep.
So
So one thing,
that's one thing that's gonna be huge. Is I think that in this game you're really gonna have to build. You're gonna have to make a build for how you play, not just because
that's
it's a
exactly
meta
what I'm
build.
doing. That's what I'm going for. Like I want people to make a build based off of how they play the game and what suits their play style. I don't want everybody running, for example, Big Dog's build just because it's Big Dog and they know that it's a dominant inside dunking big, but then you look at the flaws, like it's not a shooting big, but what that's your play style. You like to sit out and shoot threes, but you just made this inside center that only dunks because this content creator made it. Like it's gonna be something that I want. One thing I like is diversity with these games and for people to have their own craft. That's why, like with 2K, in these older 2Ks where dribbling, everyone had their own style. You'd see Steezo, G-Man, Cheese, like all these guys had their own dribble style, and it made that unique. And that's what made people fall in love with these games and want to play them more because they would see these different guys play the same game with maybe similar animations, but they played it differently and they went about it differently. And I want that variety instead of everybody using the same shit, same build, same play style. That's how you just kill a game, and that's how it gets boring fast.
That's exactly why you need hella animations too, because
there's going to be a lot of animations.
they can
there's
do
going to
the
be
same
a
thing,
lot.
but they're gonna look different. And because of the fact that they might be able to do the same shit as another move, but just because of the fact that they look different, people are gonna try and do different shit to make it look.
There will be a lot of animations to choose from, like a lot of dribble moves, a lot of different jump shots. Like I said, there's going to be some slower jump shots for people that don't upgrade their three. There's going to be like maybe the jump shots that are about a decent speed for like the people with like the 75, 83, and then the people that have like an 85 or a 90 higher three, they're gonna probably like an 85 3-pointer. They're gonna get those really fast jump shots that have the really fast release, which also will help, if they get fearless shooter, gold or something like that, it helps them get the ball off faster. So if, someone kind of has to play higher up on them, or, a guard with a 90 plus ball handle, they're going to be able to get those dribble packages that have the extremely fast, explosive dribble moves. Like there's going to be multiple of those. It's not going to be just one package that you get for having it. It could be like, 8 to 10 or like 5 different packages just for having a 95 or a 90 higher ball handle or something like that. There's going to be a lot of options because I don't want people necessarily running the same animations. Like I want guards to be able to play each other and they play differently. They're playing the game completely different and they're getting open and creating their space differently versus everyone just spamming the same moves over and over again. It just gets boring.
I have a question. Oh,
No, go, Joe. Let Joe go, bro. We ain't heard Joe talking like a minute.
Yo,
bro.
I know, but Kinley, it looked like you were about to say something for a cool minute. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I was thinking of some shit. I was like, is it gonna be similar to RH2 where like you delete the build and you get your money back
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
reset
yeah.
one? Okay. I was
Yeah,
about to say,
I'm gonna have the reset tokens, but honestly, they're not gonna drop rarely. Like they're gonna be something like you can stack up. Honestly, like I don't want to make it where you have to necessarily go. Like you're gonna also have the option to buy reset tokens with your money, but I'm not trying to make it where you have to go do that. Like it's just gonna be that. Like let's say you're one of those people, for some reason you make literally a new build every day. You know, there's not gonna be reset tokens dropping every day, but they're gonna drop a lot to where the average person that might make a build get it to like 75 and then realize they messed up, they'll be able to go back, reset their build, and get their coins back.
so the reset token does that. So do you think there would ever be a possibility where you could actually end up deleting it for free and getting nothing, and then using a reset token to get your money back?
Ooh, that's
If you do
smart.
that. So because I want to make builds, but I have 100K in my shit. I don't need a reset token. I just don't want the build anymore. Let me delete it.
Yeah, that'll be an
without the reset
option.
token.
Yeah,
I
there'll
think
be an
that'd be
option
cool.
to either delete a build without reset token or delete it with a reset token. You'll have that
Okay.
option.
Smart.
Yeah,
All right, so
because that would just be a
Joe,
waste. I get you.
But my question is, will vertical come into effect when it comes to blocking, and will like what do they call it, snatch blocks, where like
Yeah.
Snatch
they
blocks.
they just catch the ball in the air? No game has done that yet. Yeah,
He
no
said that
game
he
has
did
done
say
that.
he was doing that. He said he's doing snatch blocks.
Okay,
Snatch
Snatch blocks, face
then-
downs, all that.
then will vertical come into effect when it comes to blocking?
Not as much as interior defense in your block. That's gonna have more of an effect. Vertical's gonna be more for like rebounding, I feel like, and for dunking.
Okay.
Okay, and
But-
another one. Will moving shot be a stat?
Well, what?
Moving shot, like
Yeah,
take
that's a
like
good
an average
question.
shot.
No, that'll be just based off of badges probably.
Okay. I said like the Arbor 4 did that, right? Arbor 4 had a moving shot stat.
Yeah, and RB 3.
But yeah, I think the difference was Arbor 4 had like one of them had just moving shot as a stat as a whole, and then the other one had it split into 2s and 3s, so like moving 2s, moving 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a little frustrating. I feel like it should be built in the badges.
I got 2 badges that can play into that. I'm gonna have circus 3s and I'm gonna have difficult shots. I feel like it's gonna lean more on difficult shots, being like those off dribbler fading 3-pointers or, mid ranges. But that difficult shots is gonna be a badge that honestly, like if you upgrade your 3 probably to like a 75, you'll probably be able to get a bronze, and then 80 to like 85 like gold, like silver or gold. But obviously these bigs, to counter bigs from being super OP with shooting, it might be, you might have to sacrifice more and put more into your 3-pointer as a big to get it like gold or Hall of Fame versus like a point guard or something like that. Just so that, you're not a big that can do everything. I just don't want to have these OP builds and then have to go through and start nerfing certain builds, like lowering a badge, after someone spent all this time upgrading this build thinking that they were going to keep this badge maybe gold or Hall of Fame, but then I have to bump it down to silver just to kind of balance it a little bit. But fading 3s, it's going to be overall just based off of those 2 badges, but it's going to fall more into difficult shots. But difficult shots will be a badge that if you do upgrade your 3 to a reasonable amount, like you'll get it for sure.
All right, bet.
Now, I guess another question I would have is power forwards. Like in Orange 2, they done power forwards dirty like that. They are ass. So how how you gonna do it for your game?
Power forwards are essentially going to be your stretches. Those are going to be your shot creating stretches that can have maybe a little bit of ball handling, to make, because I definitely agree power forwards are pretty much useless in RH2. Everyone's either running a center or like a pointer shooting guard. I definitely want to have even like I saw people mentioning even small forwards. Like I'll probably have a point forward build as well to kind of get small forwards into play as well. But power forwards, they're going to be slightly faster than a center, and they're going to be able to have a higher 3-ball than a center depending on how you make it, and even get some of these badges a little bit higher than making it as a center, just so that people are more incentivized to make power forward builds instead of, because as center, let's say you try to make that shot creating stretch as center, you're going to be slow. You're not going to get the faster jump shots. You're going to have the really, really slow jump shots still, even with that upgraded 3.
you might not get, difficult shots. You might be able to just get a like bronze or something like that, for example. It's basically, I don't want center builds to be all people play as for a big. I want power forwards to be brought into the game and let people make those if they choose to. I guess essentially, yeah, power forwards are going to be more. If you want to make that shooting big, it's going to be those power forwards. Centers will be able to shoot, but they're not going to get those benefits of making it a power forward versus a center.
Okay.
Also, will there be any? I don't know if you said this already, but I'm guessing it's confirmed. Like, I'm guessing you're gonna add it, obviously, because how what I'm saying, how talented you are. I'm just making it sure it's confirmed though. But will there be custom jump shots?
That's something I could probably try and add down the road as like a rep reward. I don't know how to do something like I'd have to talk to my scripter and see if that's something he can honestly do.
Okay.
But I could try to implement something like that, make it like 2K where there's like maybe a blending style, or you just pick 3 of the, you pick your base, release 1, release 2, and then the speed of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to be something I go into alpha with. If that were to come out, it'd probably be in beta.
All right, bet.
Okay.
Will
I'll
there be like
just see if it's possible.
Will there be a no meter then? As like meter?
Yeah,
no
yeah.
meter? Okay.
No meter. No meter is going to be an option, and you get the jump shot boost for running no meter.
Okay. All right, bet.
Oh yeah, I did talk to Retire about this earlier, but 2K has Gatorade. OIB World has fucking D Fuel. How about your game? What you plan to do with that?
Like Gatorade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of adding a little like cart vendor somewhere in the city that sells like those boosts and like Gatorade and stuff like that. If you choose to buy them.
So there's no point in really having a what's it called? Isn't it? I mean, isn't it just like the Gatorade? I could have swore there's like an actual name for it, but you have like the little extra turbo meter in 2K.
Oh yeah, like the blue one.
Yeah.
The little blue one.
Yeah, there's no point in that if you're already planning on making it so that you can pretty much spam dribble. So.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe if anything, not adding Gatorade because you're really not going to need it if you're a guard with a 90-95 ball handle and you have like, what's the badge that I'm gonna have real quick? It's
handles for days.
Yeah, handles for if you have like something like that and you get it like gold Hall of Fame, you're not gonna need. I'm not gonna make it one of these games where you dribble 3-4 times and you're tired. Like you're gonna be able to if you have that badge high up. You put a lot into your. You'll be able to dribble. You'll be able to combo. You won't need Gatorade, but I probably will, if anything, add maybe a jump shot boost, like a boost vendor for like all your like for the stats, like a blocks boost they'll sell like blocks, boosts, rebounding boost. It'll just be rebounding. There won't be offensive and defensive rebounding boost. It would just be rebounding.
That's fire.
Maybe something like that. It just gives like a +5 or like a +3 tier stats. Maybe like a +3 just so it's not too OP. But then of course, you could buy them for a single game, a 10 game, and maybe I'll even add a 50 game option, but those won't be cheap. Basically so that people aren't making these builds like they put because like if I think of it from a player's perspective, I could just go buy these coins with real money, stack up, and then make a build that maybe has like a 70 or like a 78 3 ball, and then go buy these boosts to get that 81 3, and then put this into the other stats. So they might cost a little bit more just so that you're not literally stacking up to like 1,000 games worth of boosts. But like it'd be more for like if someone was playing like a series, like a party series, or like maybe a pro-am game, or they're gonna go play ranked, like they could go buy like a 10-pack of boosts and just be set for that. Not something that you're just running 24/7.
All right, so yeah, you said who just joined?
It's a run. It's his manager.
All right, all right. So you said like we're gonna be able to dribble. Like I have no problem. I love dribbling, right? But I want to be fair. You know what I mean? To the lockdowns and whoever's guarding me. Will there be any bump steals then? Like to at least give them a stop. Like can they get a stop with a bump steal or something like that? You know what I mean?
If that's something that can be done, then yeah, I'll probably have bump steals just like 2K. But steals you'll definitely see be a thing for
lockdowns and everything. Like it'll be a lot more. Okay, so the unpluckable badge would really need like you
It
need that.
it definitely needs
Okay,
purpose.
for like a pure defense. Okay,
Oh,
yeah, because I just really wanted to like to be fair. Even though I don't run a lockdown, I just want to be fair to have the competition and fairness
That's what makes the
for a
game
lockdown
fun.
to get us still. Yeah, to make it balanced and everything. Because I
Yeah.
know I wouldn't want to verse somebody that's spamming their, you know what I mean, spamming the dribbles hella, and you can't get a
bro.
stop at all, and he's fast as hell too. So like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like
Well, how it's
yeah.
gonna also work is when a guard is like their stamina drops, they're tired. You
Mhm.
know, they'll be really prone to getting the ball stolen from them.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
another
okay.
thing about
Okay.
decing too, though. Like that Ken was kind of talking about earlier is like I feel like it's kind of like that way with dribbling too. Is like on their screen you can't see that they're doing a step back, for example, or like a snatch back or something like that, especially in RS2. Or like when they're like spamming all these dribbles and stuff like that, like their character's momentum is shifting a certain way, but their move is like completely different. Like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't all match up with the way that their character is specifically moving in like that certain direction. And then by the time you're kind of like figuring it out without having to stay in that vicinity or like the area where they're dribbling at, because obviously they're just spamming just to do it. It's too late because they're doing a step back and boom, green. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty annoying. If we could actually see what dribble moves they're doing and their body's momentum actually matches what they're doing when they are dribbling, defense is gonna be way better. Like that's just the truth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I was saying the other night. Like I play lock on 2K, so defense is definitely a big thing for me. It's not going to be like 2K21 where it's a super easy game for guards and then locks. It's just this really hard game to play.
Yep.
It's going to be very balanced. Like I was saying, it's not going to be a more offensive minded game. It's not going to be more of a defensive minded. It's going to be just right in the middle. It's not going to be biased towards either side. But I do know and I do recognize that for basketball games in general, whether it's like you look at NBA Live or 2K or anything like that, dribbling and for guards, that like just guards and dribbling is what makes your game stand out or it makes it look like shit. Like, you know, people don't play NBA Live. People still play to this day, but people, you know, they always talk about the one thing I see people talk about all the time with that game is dribbling. You know, it's not that good. People don't like this newer style of dribbling on 2K because it's just left right spam versus, you know, these other back in the day where you would combo and you would actually
People want
put animations together.
People want the
Yep.
arcadish kind of dribbling. They don't want the crazy realistic shit.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm going for. I want people to be able to spam combos, spam dribble moves instead of just maybe spamming a step back and then a crossover, you know, just spamming that over and over again.
1 second, 1 second. Damn, he fucking that shit up. Eat.
Nah, that's fucked
He's
up.
in his own world
No.
with that.
Bro,
No. He chilling though.
My boy is cracking down on that food, bro.
Society, you got anything you want to say?
So yeah, no, I got a lot of things to say.
Not
I'm
you,
just-
idiot.
I gotta. Oh, you talking about?
My son, Mr. Management over
Son.
here.
Oh,
Legit.
oh.
Bro, I don't know why this is talking to me like that, but it's whatever.
Listen, just because you wear Pampers still, that doesn't make me old.
Bro,
Damn.
he has 3 kids, but I
Okay.
can't talk. I can't talk right now. I'm doing something.
All right, all good.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Now, see, now
Hey,
me
well,
personally,
I got a question on this shit. My biggest thing about I can only go off of RE2 and all the other bullshit I used to play. But one screen effectiveness. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah,
Because I'm not gonna lie, hoops like screens was bro. This motherfucker might as well have been the Great Wall of China because that nigga's not getting past the fucking bro. Also, the 6'2" guards can hold back fucking centers on hoops life as well. That's one thing I didn't like. But biggest thing besides all that is the shot contest through getting screened. So people will walk into the screen, I'll be shooting behind them, and they'll still get a contest on it. So
Nah,
my
it
biggest
won't
thing
be
is
like that.
boxes like that.
Nah, it
So-
won't be like that. Screens are gonna be a big thing. Like there's gonna be brick wall, obviously, for bigs. You're gonna obviously want to make a build that gets it higher. That's just gonna be based off of strength. To be honest, that badge, it's gonna be based off like strength and how, if you upgrade your defensive attributes. It's not gonna be in anything in specific, but I guess if I had to, you know, it's just gonna be strength, and then if you're big and you're upgrading your interior or like your defensive stuff, you're gonna get brick wall like gold or Hall of Fame. At those higher tiers, you're gonna get a lot of like big bodies. Like you're gonna, you know, be putting people on the ground type shit.
like with screens and stuff, like small guards with no strength, like they're gonna be sitting down.
Okay.
You're not gonna see shit like that where if you're in a screen, you're not gonna get contest.
I remember that was
Okay.
all real
shot.
force and like the facial expressions that they used to make the characters have whenever you like had shit happen to you, like when you got dunked on or if you got sat down by a screen.
Yeah.
That shit used to have me crying because bro would get hit by the screen and he'd do this shit right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then for dunks, like you saw some of the dunk animations like in the leaks, like there's gonna be stuff like stare downs and stuff like that.
Oh my god, stop. Bro, me
Step
inside was
overs,
freaking
all that.
out. That step over animation, bro.
Yeah, that was
or
fire.
the one where he grabbed the back of the bro's
he gripped
neck,
his head.
bro. Bro, that shit had me crying, bro. He said,
Right.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, like there's gonna be stuff like that, like just literally staring someone down when you put them on the ground from a dunk.
Can't
For
wait to get
bigs,
to Edge.
I'm making a slasher.
yeah, that's not happening.
That slasher would be crazy.
There's gonna be like big man contact packages, like Shaq dunks and stuff like that. There's gonna be like guard and like small forward contacts.
Imagine you pulled that Shaq where he dunked on that one nigga, had his hat him in
Yeah,
his
that's
legs
what
that pushes
I'm
that
doing.
out.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
shit. I'm gonna have to make him big on the slot. No.
That's
That's
insane.
iconic. I gotta put that in. There's gonna be like stuff. There's gonna be stuff like that. Like you just straight up two hands, nuts to the face, put him on the ground, step over him,
That's just crazy.
stare him down. Like there's gonna be all of that type of
Alright,
stuff.
so-
Like I want.
I'm giving you
I
all
feel
my
like
money from my bank account because this game gotta come
Okay.
out tomorrow.
Type shit.
Yeah, we need this game now.
Hey, I know that.
That's
I know the like when you already say like if you ever play basketball and they be like give me three and they hold like 3 fingers up.
Give me 3.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to add that to the game.
I guess it's
Okay.
a green celebration.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Green celebrations
Yeah.
is obviously gonna be a thing, right?
There's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
some new ones. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so look, speaking of celebrations and everything like that. So I know you, because obviously y'all said y'all play 2K and everything. You know how you just do an animation in the middle of the game, like you just do an animation.
Yeah.
Will there be animations like that? Can I just break a dance? And start getting
I don't know
started?
if we'll be able to do that because since the like dribbling and stuff is with the D-pad, I don't know if
Yep.
we'd be able to code that. We could try it.
You
but
can
I
do it
don't
with
wanna
typing though. I'm
guarantee
sure you
it.
can do it with typing.
Yeah, you could do it.
With, like,
they do the-
commands?
Oh, yeah,
you know the command, the alt thing where they was like pass me. They can do like an auto thing, like you know what I'm saying, like it will
Yeah,
automatically
yeah.
like
Yeah.
slash whatever, and it'll do the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we could. I could. You know, I would just have to talk with my scripter and see if it's
Flash
something that
and
if he could do it, then we can do it. Pretty
Alright.
much.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's definitely not
mind if you
required,
don't-
Yeah. It's not required, but it'd be cool.
You don't have to stress about that at all. It's cool.
How
I'm just saying,
advanced?
as another detail, you know what I mean?
How advanced are we getting into when it comes to paint moves as guards? Are we getting euros, hop steps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those will be like finishing. Those will be like in packages and stuff.
I said like they
that.
should change
Oh, yeah,
depending
that
on
was
what
a-
you have. Yeah.
That was a weird thing about RH too, is like you can go under the basket and you'd get that you know where he like fucking slides to the all the way to the side and he throws it up, but it said you'd go under the basket and do it behind the backboard.
Yeah. Why would you
It
do?
was
Why would you want to do a
fucked up.
reverse
It was
layup
always-
behind the
like
hoop?
bro, it's always so fucking
Yeah.
dumb, dude. It's so chalk.
Hey,
Um,
I have. You can talk.
I was gonna say this thing was the my biggest thing was is the game gonna be like floaty similar to how RH2 is? Because I kind of hate that shit because they'll be sitting in
No.
the air shooting a shot and you can kind of push them further back when they're where they're at.
No.
Okay.
That's just poor scripting.
Where you
Yeah,
shoot,
because
where you
big
shoot.
men used to grab the ball out of bounds and float back inbounds. That shit used to piss me off.
Yeah.
No, that's just poor scripting on their
Okay.
end.
Yo, run
We're
to
not
me,
gonna have
brother.
that.
I have a question about so say if you have a trash ass seller on your team, right? And they decide to leave the game. Jokes tried to make it where like an AI respond to help you. Will you have something like that?
But that's on
Probably not. But if someone leaves, we could try to make it where like your stats won't be affected.
Or how about this? I was gonna say instead of because I know AIs are really hard. That's some next
Yeah.
next gen type
For
stuff.
Roblox
I was gonna say-
specifically.
Yeah, for Roblox, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like instead of that, if it would be easier if you let somebody just hop on the spot and they just join in the game and help you out. Would that be would that help or something like that?
Because imagine it was a close ass.
Okay, so say if you're like playing with a friend, right, and they lag out, they'll have the option like to rejoin that game, like this.
Yeah.
Same court.
Or let's just say the guy he had to get off or something like that. I was just saying like a random. He just sees that you guys need help. He just hop on the spot or something like that,
I
just
know
to join
yeah, I
in.
know
Yeah,
and then they
that's
go
what I'm trying
sell
to say.
too.
Yeah, because like let's say it's like 20-14, and you're like now you're about to lose, and you're winning. You know what I mean? Instead of just having the like nothing happens to the stats, how about somebody just happens to join in? If somebody doesn't join in, then nothing happens to the stats. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
But wait, is he gonna force himself on, or can you guys accept him to be on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a 3-on-3 and one person leaves, you're just gonna let the next random person to walk by just get on the
Right.
spot.
They could
Like,
just make you lose anyway because they're not
yeah,
good.
they could sell you just cause. You know what I'm saying? Or like you have the option to be like accept him to get on. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I'm not saying add it as like an idea. I'm just saying as an idea and everything like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to
Yeah.
actually add it. I'm just saying like, yeah, would that be another way to like, you know what I mean, help type stuff.
Yeah.
But it's cool with the reset. I had nothing wrong with the record. If nothing happens to the record, I'm fine with that. That's cool as well.
I think for me, even though this is my game, I think one of the things I'm most excited to see. I don't know why. Obviously, for me, I'm excited to see the Taz faces, stuff like that.
Oh
Because
yes,
We were
yes.
talking.
As like
I
a-
was telling Joe about that because he was curious.
As a 2K OG, like, you know, we haven't been able to see that since 2K17, and I feel like to see a more current game that's out, even though it's a Roblox game, you know, I haven't seen any other game do something like that.
Yup.
So I feel like that's going to be something fun to walk around with, and then like the blowout afro as well that you'd run with that Taz face. Just like, you know, I feel like I'm on 2K17 again.
All right, somebody said in the chat, would there be voice chat and green sounds?
There's gonna be green sounds. I'm thinking of adding proximity chat for like when you load into a game, just like 2K.
Okay, that's fire then. All right, bet.
Mm.
And then
Hey,
speaking of the,
when I had put like
you said what?
I said when I had put like we're going to do like 2 sneak peeks tonight or something like that because the other one was like kind of mid. One of them is gonna be a walk off animation, by the way. I'm just let y'all know.
What do you mean by that
yeah.
though? What do you mean by walk off aim? I'm not even like
Yeah, walk off animation.
like
What's the other one?
like when you win a
Walkover's
game. Oh, a walk over.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I was like, I'm
bad,
sorry,
my
but
bad.
I grew up being a
Yeah.
baseball player. I love basketball, but I grew up being a baseball player. When I hear walk off, I'm thinking the motherfucker just hit the ball and we won the game. So like, I'm like, what the fuck is a walk off animation?
All right.
Like a
And
step
yeah,
over
speaking of-
animation? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of the tattoos, because you said you're gonna add face tattoos. Are they gonna be like tattoos I can move around my face, or is it like just
It's gonna be just
stationary?
pre-made stuff.
Yeah,
Pre-made?
appreciate it.
Okay, that's still
Yeah.
fire. That's still fire. All right,
The
bet.
fact that you
like,
have
that's a lot
tattoos in the
harder,
first place
too.
is
Yeah, that's
is
pretty
huge.
crazy.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Alright,
what the only other game to do it, and I think actually do it okay was Hoops Life, but
Yeah.
obviously that's kind of
I mean, there's gonna be like sleeves. There's gonna be bicep. There's gonna be hand tattoos.
because at the end of the day,
There's gonna be neck.
once we hit elite, I don't give a fuck about no tattoos, motherfucker. I'm wearing a mascot.
Like there's gonna be neck, back, legs. There's gonna be like sleeves.
fire.
There's gonna be like the
That's gas,
half
bro.
sleeves.
That's gas.
There's gonna be stuff like, you know, whether it's the blackout neck or like the blackout arm.
Yup.
Oh, yeah, everybody loves that
stripes, and then there's
shit.
gonna be
People love
legit
that shit.
sleeves.
Yeah.
And then they'll
Yeah.
just be like
That's
legit
okay.
sleeves. Yeah.
Okay, I heard
Alright,
that it was
bet.
kind of against TOS. Same thing. I've heard that kind of with tattoos. But what about shirtless?
Ooh.
Wait, what's TOS?
Terms of
Like-
service.
No, like
Terms of
what?
service.
Like against what? Like Roblox?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know if it's true. It's
They
not
have a
confirmed.
shirt?
It's not confirmed. Hoops Life has that, so like Hoops Life, you can go shirtless. I don't know. I was just curious. Like, is that an idea that you guys had thought of or something like that? Or
Well, I mean, realistically, if you have torso and back tattoos, I'd imagine you'd want to be able to go shirtless and show
Right.
them off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
try to-
tattoos would be. Oh my bad. Tattoos, would that be like a rep reward, or would that be just automatically like you just be?
You'll probably have to hit a certain rep, but it'll be like low, like early, like late rookie. Or
I do like
early pro.
rookie 5, some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it'd be
Okay.
super low.
So
Fuck, bro.
how's the-
I can't get over how excited I am for this game, bro. I feel so bad because like, but I feel like I'm shoving this shit down your throat, and I know that you want to take your time, but like, when I say I'm over these two, bro, I'm so.
Bro, what are you telling, bro?
My fucking.
I mean,
I wish I
hey,
could just
hey.
dump a bag and get you to going, but I really wish I could, bro. That's just crazy.
Hey, look, Edge. Look, all I gotta say is, take your time. I don't care. Hopefully, it doesn't. I mean, hopefully, it doesn't come out like Hopefully, it doesn't come out like after like I don't know 2 years. I mean,
No.
but like But like, I don't have no problem if it does come out like till next year. I had no problem.
I'm just
I know this.
like yeah. Like, I'm just
I
like the
know.
only I'm not just scared for like for the community because we're gonna like like we're just wanting a game in general, just something that just sounds new and exciting. It's mainly
Yup.
like I'm scared for you too because like I feel like like man, I would like if you would have started this a while ago, it would have been so much better for you because like I said, like RH2 is gonna die. It's gonna be the perfect time because RH2, let's just be real, let's be real here. It's probably the highest ceiling of a game that we've had so far.
Yeah.
So with everybody, that's why it's got such a good player base. Is because like everybody knows what that game could be. Like
Yup.
when this dies, people are gonna go back to horrible games as soon as they see an idea of a good game. It can be in early testing, and people are gonna be like, "Let's go play it." They don't give a fuck if you can do this or do that or whatever. Like, people are gonna go, run to it immediately. So, I guess I just kind of I'm kind of feeling for you a little bit, if you know what I mean. So I know, of course, like I said that like once we get into this podcast stuff, bro, and like you're gonna be getting your Discord blowing up and stuff like that. Like it's already growing really fast. It's the anticipation is gonna kick
I'll be
everybody
honest,
nuts, bro. It really is.
I'm a little shocked that it's already where it's at. Like I've only posted a small handful of videos on the game, and it's already it's almost at 370 members already. Like we already have you guys in here. We have IT Kareem, Melon, Big Dog just joined, and they're all starting to make content with the little bit of stuff that we've put out, and it's I didn't even expect to be at even 100 members by now with just how little promo I've been doing, let alone now it's before we know it, I'm going to be at 500 members already, which is crazy. And I feel like, as we get more leaks and stuff like that out there, it's just going to grow more and more. Once we can have, I guess, more gameplay, and then once we do end up making that official gameplay trailer, I feel like that's really going to like it's going to look like a professional game trailer. Like I'm not about to half-ass it, take like a couple of clips, no music, no nothing. Like it's gonna look like a legit video game trailer, and it's gonna feature a lot of stuff that makes our game stand out. I definitely want to.
I know what it means now, but
go
it
heavy
doesn't
with the promo eventually with this game.
Sound right for what it.
It's also a bit harder
what it
because
really
I am
means.
getting back also into 2K, going into 2K24 and doing content as well. Like especially with like I have my goals. Like I want to try and go for 100K on TikTok, and then even maybe 100K on YouTube as well. Just lock in. Like I'm getting back into 2K with the intent of getting with TND, getting in there, posting content with them. But also, this game, I look at it as also another way to grow. So this is going to be it's going to be on the same level as posting content. Like this is, something I'm putting a lot of time into. Money I'm going to be putting a lot into. Like if I guess money is the big thing. Like like you were saying, don't take 2 years to drop this. The money is the reason I guess why it's going to take longer because I can't hire more people.
Can't help but understand that. That's the so.
And then Mr. Runts over here,
No, hey, let me tell you today. Let me see your video on Instagram.
I bet.
You can show this if you want.
I can show it if I want.
Real quick, what was I gonna say? Fuck. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
When the game drops, I know you say about the release port and stuff, but what about like, is your game gonna have play now?
Play now? I mean, probably not. No, that's just the amount of people that would play that. I feel like it wouldn't be worth. Just like on my career, like I saw people. Yeah, I saw people wanting like my career. I feel like that's another thing. Like, if we put the time into making it happen, just the amount of people that would realistically be playing it just wouldn't be worth it. It's just going to be more playing as your created build and grinding out with that.
Yeah, and also, what was I gonna say? Like we really want this game to grow. Like you never seen a person like people do a podcast, especially like content creators alone doing a Roblox podcast. You get what I'm saying? Like I know your game can really blow up. I really want this game to blow up. Once I seen Tyson up to RH2 and all that, Aiden Ross coming to Arbor World, I know if your game blows up, I'm telling you this right now, like you can probably get all of them coming to your game because even Ticino was going to do wagers on RH2, which is crazy. He was going to start wagering people on RH2.
This is why
I know it sounds weird, but like that's why I think a lot of people play Roblox basketball games, just because we're looking for I was telling Jovve, like, I think the biggest thing is when people go play 2K, it's so squad orientated now. Like, you can't really just go get on a spot and win all the time. Like, yeah, it's just not like that no more. Well, really, it never really was like that. Let's be real. Versus as opposed to playing Roblox basketball games. I'm a 95. I can play with randoms all the time. Yeah, I lose every now and then and stuff like that. But a lot of the times I'm winning, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe you gotta hog, whatever the case may be. But that's a possibility. It's not always possible in 2K. But the thing is, though, is we still come to these games because we want that 2K feel. We just want to be able to win.
It just gets that itch that you have for these things that you wish were in 2K, and they're able to do it.
Yep.
That's why.
It's like we almost want a copycat, but you know,
it has those things that we don't get it with 2K.
Yep.
So because like you said, you're getting back into 2K and all that. So will 2K24 distract you a little bit? Like
no.
So like even if you started, let's say, because I know you're gonna most likely gonna stream 2K, right? 2K24, right?
Yeah.
And best way we'll be in there supporting you, you know.
So
I'll be on this game too. Like once this game's out, I'll be streaming this probably just as much as I would stream 2K, if not more than 2K, because obviously it's my game. You know, so it's just more exposure. You know, I'm streaming my own game, and it's these people in the community. That's just like look at how I look at it is RH2 has 43,000 members. Imagine if Nas or Rel streamed them playing the game. You know how many people are gonna go follow them, go subscribe or donate or
that helps you out.
Yup.
Exactly. Like that's I could go blow up in my own community that I've created, or try and go into a community that I'm not as known in compared to like I have my own community.
I think what's weird too is I feel like the best way to get in touch with people who are like, especially like into like the 2K community from the Roblox community, and nobody's done this but I guess Jokes, and he didn't even do it. Like he hasn't done it to the extent that I'm talking about. Is Twitter. Like Twitter is where you should be going to connect with all these other YouTubers, stuff like that. Like,
I'm already on all that.
And Rel, bro, this game is way bigger than World 4. I'm just being honest, bro. And his Twitter following. Jokes Twitter following, decent. That's how people found out about RB 4 even coming out in the first place.
And another thing about the streaming, like you said, you're gonna stream your game, which is very smart, because when Jokes was streaming RB 4, he was getting like literally like
hella subs. He put on sub only mode.
And when RB 4 came out, he had like what? He had like what, 1,000 viewers?
Yeah, it was like he was averaging like 3K for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was like 3K. Yeah, it was crazy. So like I know. What are you gonna say?
I definitely plan on moving just TikTok streaming once I kind of build like a solid foundation to going back to Twitch as well. I definitely won't do Kick. Kick, I feel like is one of those platforms. If you're big already, that's when you can maybe make that switch. And
but the start from the beginning is tough.
No, people are on Kick watching their bigger streamers that are already established, not some new streamer they've never heard of. That's what Twitch is for. I can't do YouTube. I'm just not a fan of YouTube streaming, so props to you, retired, because I can't do that shit.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, same here. Can't do it. I just can't do it.
The only reason I don't stream on Twitch is because, like, my first game ever playing was Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty since I was 4, and like, once I started like getting good and stuff like that, I was like, I really have no choice to use Twitch because that's where everybody's at in the first place. And so my entire following on Twitch, literally my entire following on Twitch, is all people who watched me compete in Warzone when I was playing professionally there. So that's the only reason I don't stream on Twitch, is because people will read like the push noti or whatever and be like, he's not playing Warzone, I'm not clicking, just because I know it sounds like shitty, but I mean, I can't help it. Is like playing Warzone, and especially competing, personality is not really a big thing. It's about trying to play to win money.
Yeah, they're watching you to play because you're good.
Yeah, so people don't really like tune into my streams because they care about, like me personality wise. They just want to watch me play the game specifically and watch how I play. So that's something I don't stream on. I don't stream on Twitch.
I totally get that. I was doing the same shit, but with just like actual COD, not Warzone.
Yeah.
That was when I stopped playing 2K. I got into, this was during Vanguard. I got on some team that had a Call of Duty side, and we were doing I forget what it was. I forgot what the website was. Fuck.
GBs.
We were doing like we were doing those.
Yeah.
And I just streamed the game. Yeah, if you don't start funding this fucking game with that money, I'm actually gonna fly out to Chirac and we're gonna have a problem.
Why did you have to say Chirac though, bro? Like that's like a like. I mean,
But
He said, "Stop stereotyping."
so basically, no, I know where he's at. Basically now it looks like we're gonna have more funds for this game, hopefully, because of Mr. Runts over here.
I showed you $1, bro.
Yeah. But nah, I want to get this game going. Like I'm like you guys. Like I want to play this game.
Yes,
I don't want to just
we
keep talking.
understand. We 100% understand, and that's what sucks. Is like it's not so much about the idea or the fact that we know about the game. It's when we talk about the game. When we talk about the game, the anticipation becomes 10 times worse. So like we have no other choice but to feel for you, especially because we're the ones talking to you. You know what I mean? And then also on top of that, it's like now that we're officially content creators for the game, we like I'm dying to make content about this fucking game right now, bro. Like, bro, watching those animations has me flabbergasted, bro. I'm just being honest. Like, I couldn't be more excited for a game. Like when ROBALL 2 came out, I was excited. ROBALL 3 came out, I was excited because they changed the animations. They looked a little bit more realistic. ROBALL 4 came out, you know, and then RH2 pre-alpha when that was going on, we were like, okay. RH2 was like the first game that I feel like I was really like, oh shit, like this is diffy, you know what I mean? But like I can't believe that something topped the feelings that I had for RH2 because like the rep awards were really what got me, like the rep system and stuff like that. That's what really got me. I did not expect, I'm just being honest, for a game to come knock me out of the fucking water when it comes to that. And the fact that you did that, you know, with this game and all this stuff, and that's with almost a bare minimum, and that's just like words, and then like a couple video leaks. I'm telling you, bro, this game, especially after content's being made on it, bro, you're gonna get like even if that's not really your pure intention, your intention is to like just provide a good community and like have a good space to have a good game and shit like that. You're getting a bag, bro. I'm sorry, people are gonna be buying the in-game currency. People are gonna be buying these game passes. That's just the truth.
Edge, when did we say the testing will be out?
What?
When did you say testing will be out?
I didn't say yet.
I thought you said like, oh, all right, no, I'm actually tripping.
That's what I was hoping for, like September, but I haven't put a date yet because now I realized. That's what I was hoping for them, but now I realize it's not gonna happen.
You know what we could do?
No.
No,
Listen.
I don't know.
In your My Player creation, you'll create your My Player in your game. Will Wingspan be a?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. I don't know if we would be able to do that because I don't know how that works with the models.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd have to, because you know, I wonder if then at that point now we have to go get custom models and that it's just more money to spend. But I did think of that because I haven't seen that in a game and it would be kind of cool.
Hey,
we could maybe add that.
Hey, bro, I couldn't help but notice that I had my stream pulled up on my other PC, and I couldn't help but notice after you said, "Hey, when you say testing will be," and Size dumbass peeked his head up.
Well, so the thing with you guys, I don't know if I even mentioned it. So you guys will automatically be able to test the game.
You did tell us that,
because content creators are automatically gonna get. Well, Jovve doesn't have content creator because he didn't join the Discord. So
well, that's too bad.
Until he joins, I can't give him the role. But content creators are automatically going to get tester, and then the rest of the community, they're going to have to apply. Obviously, you know, I'm prioritizing content creators. Like, I want them to get firsthand experience.
That's going to be the best way to expose the game, bro.
Mm-hmm. So. That's exactly why they're automatically getting it. Jovve, if you join the Discord, I'm going to give you content creator, so you finally get a logo in a game.
I'm going to send them a
Okay. Okay.
Just like me. I got snubbed, so I made my own game so I could get my own logo.
Smart.
That is crazy.
You gotta outsmart them, bro.
You gotta outsmart them, bro.
Nah, so content creators, they're gonna get I might even low-key give content creators like early on, like before the game goes into these later stages, I might give them maybe the game for free or kind of give them more coins at the start to let them upgrade.
So I don't care too much about having to pay for the game. I think, but giving us the in-game currency, a little bit more of that would be probably really good, especially because we're gonna be looking for the best builds more than other people because we're looking for that specifically for the content part. So Yeah, that's definitely a big. I think that's definitely a good move, just as a developer.
Yeah, that was gonna be one
Yeah.
of my questions. Will content creators get benefits? Like, let's say I wanted to try out this post score build, but I had to upgrade it. Will you be getting us like? Will you be giving like? If I asked you like, hey man, can I just do this for
If
like a
people,
video?
if you guys reached out, that's different. Like obviously, I wouldn't
I would do
probably.
it privately. I would definitely do it privately.
Yeah,
I
if-
wouldn't.
if-
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If you guys came to me and were like, listen, like I want to try this build for a video or something like that, I would be willing to give that build on your account temporarily.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, give it to you like for however long you need it for a video, or if it was for maybe even a stream. Probably wouldn't do that every time for everybody, because then people could, how people are. There always has to be that one person that starts abusing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to record a video and you're like, oh, I probably wouldn't even do this more until after the game's out for a little bit and there are 99, so I can, I guess, have the excuse. The community can't complain. Like, oh, I'll give you this build at 99 maxed out.
Wait till everybody
like a day or
gets.
so.
Wait till everybody.
Yeah,
gets
so the community's
Yeah.
like, oh, because he's a content creator, he gets
right, because
this build
that's
maxed
how
out.
that's how the other content creators are feeling about like Tyceno coming. Like it was
No,
we were
first off-
nobody was 99. The highest overall somebody was, I
Yeah.
think, was like 88 or
I'm not doing that.
85,
I'm not doing
something like
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care if
that's another thing too.
I don't care if Aiden Ross were to hit me up again and be like, I'll come play your game. Let me just get a 90. Like, no. I'll give you maybe like a 75, 80, but I'm not going to give you a 99 maxed out build.
Yeah. that's good.
If
Thank
it was
you.
early on, though, like if the game was early on, like let's say Aiden or someone like that, someone like a big creator were to hit me up while the game
Mhm.
just came out or something like that. Nobody even has a 90 overall. I'm not going to give them a 90, 95, 99. I'm going to put them around like the median where everybody's at, versus if maybe it's down the road, I'll give them like an 85 overall. I would never just give them a 99 maxed out build and just be like, go have fun. It's just not
Yeah.
fair. It's
Yeah.
not fair, especially even other creators. Oh, because they have more clout than me, they get this little special privilege. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do something like that. And then they never touch the game again. They play it once.
Right,
and
play
then
it one
they
day,
make,
and they're gone.
yeah, like I ain't doing all that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like if this guy has more subscribers than us, will he be getting more benefits? Like will
No.
he be getting like a special
no,
build and this and that?
No,
Okay.
no.
So I'm not too
content-
worried about like anything crazy like for that kind of stuff. Like yeah, like it's cool, whatever. Like I said, I think the most important thing, because like we already have a logo. I think that kind of does enough. Let me just be honest. Like we're gonna be getting noticed and stuff like that. Like it all works in like its own little circle.
Yep.
The more we're noticed, the more we're gonna get opportunities to do the stuff. Like me and Ken and Jove, and like we talk about it all the time. Like literally, like sometimes like Jove wouldn't get games. Jove wouldn't get games because he's a high overall big, and like oh my god, he's like so scared to play. And I could be the same fucking overall as him, but because I have a logo, people are like, oh, let's go play him.
Yeah, you know why they want that content. I noted like Melon. I play. I run with him pretty much all the time whenever I play. I talk to him a lot. He told me pretty much ever since he got it. He got the little logo curse. Now everybody wants to pull up on him, record videos of them dropping him off or something.
Yep.
That's what comes with the logo. But
Yep.
I want a logo on RH2, not because only it's I guess a flex, but I'm guaranteed more games than I already get, and I get more of a crowd than I already would pull if I were to start up a stream. It's just like that. Damn, like I'm in that like 0.0001% of players on this game that has this ability that everyone else doesn't have, or even other content creators. Like, it's kind of, I guess, a logo to me, at least as a creator, that puts in like work into a game and puts content out promoting a game and playing this game. To me, it's just more of a thank you and recognition for what you do for the game. That's what I look at it as. Like if I was given a logo by RH2, how I'm taking it as that's them recognizing, the content that I make on their game, and the people, like the amount of people I probably had in my streams that are like, I bought the game, because I watched you play it or something like that. Like you're bringing them customers, you're bringing them more money, and that's just there. I guess that's just a logo to me is like a recognition for like a thank you, and like here's something to make you stand out and show, who you are.
So
in my
at least
game-
you can, the developers for this game, they're like, if we don't like your content, you ain't getting no love. They like,
Bro,
Like,
I did
I'm not doing it like that. Like if someone is making content, you know, I'm not about to be like a 2K or like an RH2 where you got to meet ride the game to get a logo. You know, if you're, I would honestly rather people be honest and say like, oh, this shit is ass. Like they need to fix. I don't know. They need to fix shooting or something. I want to know so I can fix it. You know, I'm not gonna take you saying this game is ass, you know, the shooting is fucking awful, and then just say, you know, fuck you, like you're banned now, you're not getting a logo, you're blacklisted. Like, no, I'm gonna see if that's an actual issue and go through and fix it. And then so that you can't complain about it anymore. And, you know, instead of complaining about the like, all right, you know, this was ass, but now they fixed it. You know, now it's better. I want to have a good rep on these types of games and stuff like that. You know, I don't want to be a owner of a game that doesn't listen to the community or maybe just turns a blind eye to the truth, because that's just not how you that you know this at the end of the day. I also look at it as a business, you know, like, you know, this is a business, you know, this is something I would love to turn into a full-time thing. Like I want to be able to work for myself, you know, shit like that. And this is, I guess, a new route that I'm trying to go with games, and I want to be able to put out a good product.
All right, yeah. And speaking of logos, like, what are like they're gonna like what's
Classic,
the other logos
traditional.
gonna be?
Yeah, it's gonna be the normal icons. I'm not making some custom icons. Like the YouTube logo is gonna be the play button. It's gonna be.
I'm not. Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm talking about will
okay.
there be like a kick logo? Will there be like a music logo? Like this and that. I'm just asking, like, will there be like what are the other types of logos?
I'll probably add a kick logo because now that platform is starting to take off. I really don't see rappers playing this game, so I don't think adding a music logo is needed. I mean, of course, I can always.
Had
I mean,
no,
worst
no
case,
this.
Nah, I mean something like that. Like if I'll probably have like, you know, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Kick, like the main, you know, the main platforms people are posting content on. That just I feel like, you know, you start adding like all these different logos, like a music logo, an NFL. Like realistically, I don't see NFL players playing my game in their off time. I don't see rappers. You know, they're all on 2K. That's, you know, realistically. But I could definitely understand like a Kick. You know, just the main platforms that people are posting on. TikTok's going to be easily the hardest one to get. That because just how easy of a platform it is to grow on. You know, but staying consistent is where it gets hard for some people. It's going to be, you know, like I had this kid, the kid that I was talking about before that was complaining that Kimley got a logo before him. This kid has, you know, he's only on TikTok and he's got 5K. Like to me, that's not logo worthy in the sense of, you know, you have 5K on TikTok, but you're not even posting anything about the game. I haven't seen you post videos that blew up on my game or something like that. Like you guys got logos because I already know who you guys are. I know that you guys post these types of games content. I know that you're consistent. I know Jovve in the fucking RH2 community, everyone, all I hear is saying, you know, oh, you and Jovve deserve logos. Like you two, you know, like I hear it a lot. Like, and I was like, you know, who the fuck is this guy? And I see, oh, this Jovve, yeah. So it's like, you know, I gave you guys logos early because you're already getting a head start on making content and putting effort into, you know, this game.
So this podcast shit was a spark, bro. It was a spark. That shit was I don't know like what even got me like the whiff of it or anything like that, but I was like, sorry, bro, like what if we just did a fucking podcast, dog? He was like, that should be cool.
Wait, I thought I was the one that brought up.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember, but I don't remember how we even came up with it in the first place.
That's crazy.
Nah, it's cool. No, it's cool. Look, we were like, hey, like, cause look, we were really like, we were serious about it. I think, what was the reason though? What were we doing?
I think it was mainly because we wanted to be able to talk to people about like what was going on, like because Edge was like, when I DM'd Edge, I was like, he replied like really fast, and like
on my computer all the time, dude.
And what you said was actually like a good response. I was like, bro, like imagine like if he was willing to come on and talk, and then like it just sparked me. I was like, there's so many other people on top of that too who just like want to speak their mind about the community and as a whole, not just this game, not just that game, like just as the community as a whole. Like what they see in flaws and stuff like that. And so like Sai was like, well, why don't we start a podcast? I was like, shit. So
I mean, nobody else is doing it, so
nobody else is done it.
Yeah, it's unique. You know what I mean?
We're gonna start a channel specifically very soon. Like I have like the art being done, so like that's that. And then once that gets up, we're gonna like try and centralize them to be on that channel. The only reason I have them doing them on my channel right now is just because the art's not done. I wanted to be like fully set up. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But yeah, we just really take this serious. Like, I really wanted to try it out and take it seriously. You know what I mean? I really want to, because this is how much I really care for the community, like the role basketball community. I really want this to really blow up. I want this to be like, even though I know it's not like 2K worthy and everything, but I want it to be like on
No,
that
of
type of
course.
level. You know what I mean? I
I'm
want to be like,
realistic.
yeah, I want to be like when people come around on art, like art, or not art, I mean, role basketball in general. They be like, damn, like I can get like some comp games in this. I can actually record this, do this, blah blah blah, this and that.
It's
Not
worth
think like,
putting
oh,
time
this is
into.
yeah, not like no, like because I know you see those YouTube videos, YouTube other people like on YouTube, those 2K streamers and
They
all
always
them.
take it as a
Really,
joke. They like come in and
yeah, they
joke. They
always take it.
joke it.
Yeah, they're
You
always
know, like oh
yep.
this shit is oh my 'cause, like
Like it's just
the first thing they
Roblox.
always
It's just
say is
Roblox.
first thing they always say is oh my god they got a stage. Wow, that's so
Yep.
crazy. Like yes, motherfucker. People
Yep.
have brains. We know how to do this shit. People play this shit every day, bro. It's not like it's impossible to copy a fucking 2K game, bro. Like people do this shit.
They always say we can't afford 2K. That's the funniest shit.
Did that
Oh, dude, I
right
hear
there?
every time.
That
Half
right
of us,
there,
half of
yo.
us, half of us hate
That's
2K, bro.
insane.
Half of us are like 2K is ass. Let me go
That's
try something
insane.
different.
I
Yeah,
love
no,
that.
that's
I love,
insane. That's
I love
insane.
that shit every time, bro.
I just that's
Yeah.
another thing. I just
Meanwhile,
really
one of
want,
my videos pinned is a fucking 2K video. Like,
yup.
Yeah,
I just
man,
really
I
want
can't
to.
afford it.
Yeah, I just really want to take this to a whole different level. You know what I mean? I want people to really like to look at us like, oh yes, we're content creators. Like even though yeah, it's Roblox, I want like them to look at us like, hey, like, we're taking this like this seriously, this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get
I
respect from it.
I hate to do this again because like you know like I said we could talk forever, but I think we should probably end up wrapping this up. I want to, of course, this time differently. I want to at least let people give closing statements. I think now at this point, there's so much that we've covered over the game. Yeah, there's gonna be stuff that we haven't. That the more that we actually physically talk about it, I think that the more it's gonna irk our nerves. You know what I mean? And like I don't want to piss each other off, like in the sense of like, all right, bro, like fuck, like you know, like we're getting tired of just talking about it. Like we wanted to be here. But like of course, like I said, I want everybody to get a closing statement. We look forward to the leaks. I don't want you to get like so like bothered by this. I know you're not. I just want you to know that that's how I feel in general. So I guess I'll start real quick because I want to you know hurry up. But I think like the biggest thing I want for you to get across into your mind from like our point of view is that we want nothing but for you to succeed. It's not all about us. We're not just doing this because
Yes.
like we're like money hungry or we're clout hungry or some shit. Like no, like we do this because we actually enjoy the game as well as content creation. But
Yeah.
we know, like I feel like a good example is like Jokes. Like Jokes has, granted he kind of ended up getting an ego because he started off like I would say he really kicked this shit off. He did, but you know. We don't want you to end up like him. Like we want people to be able to actually listen to us and not think that they know better for everybody else. Like we want
No, I would never.
everything to go well for the
Because
community.
you can ask once. I'm always like, you know, oh, what do you think of this, or what do you think of that? You know, I'm never like, oh, we're doing this. You know, I don't care what you think. Like, I'm never.
Yeah, it's the
I don't
dumb
never.
ideas.
What?
Nothing.
Nah, I don't really plan on ever being like that because that's how you just ruin things.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't really see with RH2. I don't really see them interacting with the community. Like, oh, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys think needs to be? You know, they do what they want, and I feel like they're just, you know, they know. I feel like they're at a point with that game where they know they can do some fuck shit and people are still gonna play the game. It's kind of like 2K. Like they can do the worst fucking update, people are still gonna play it because I mean, there's no options.
There's
That's also why I'm
Yeah,
making.
yeah.
That's why I'm also making my own game because there are no options. I mean, what are you gonna go play? Hoops Life?
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm a little scared because like when RH2 dies, bro, like people are gonna go play those dog shit games and then be bitching all day when in reality there's something that's gonna be, you know, that's in development, but it's just not gonna be. It's gonna be a while. That's just the truth. So yeah, it's frustrating, but it's the way it is. If you want a good, you know, good quality product, that's just the truth. So.
Well, not
Yeah,
only
nah.
that, no, my bad.
Hey, what were you saying?
I was gonna say not only that though, not like sometimes people don't even like to just go on different games. They probably just like leave entirely. You know what I mean? Like Javert, like he left. He
Hey, he's
doesn't wanna-
done. He's like, I'm
Yeah,
not
he's
playing that
done.
shit.
You know what I mean? Or like Vincino, like they're done. There's no other, like he even said his like specific words. He said there's no other role basketball game that's like giving me like it's not fun right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's boring. He thought he came back for Arborwood 4 because obviously Arborwood, you know what I mean? It's a big name and everything. And it sold. It sold. He came back for RH2. What happens? They sold as well. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, like, hopefully I don't want nobody to like leave. You know what I mean? I want everybody to stay. You know what I mean? Just that's why I always try to keep posting content as much as possible because I don't want my community to leave. You know what I mean? I want to keep my community alive and myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, that as well. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I wanna drop this game and have a lot of interactive stuff with the community. I don't want to be disattached from my community, even with, the fact that I'm doing content as well and I'm looking to take it serious. I don't plan to disassociate myself from, I want to, be a part of the face of the game. Like I want to be interactive with my community and to allow people to know that like I listen to the overall like thought. Like I'm not gonna, if someone's saying dumb shit, like I'm not gonna pay attention to it. But, like if there's people like that have like a genuine idea or something like that, like I want people to know that I will listen and acknowledge, these ideas that they have for the game that would make it better or something like that.
All right, bet.
All right.
I have another question, but I'll let somebody else go if they got a question right now.
I really got nothing else because I mean I don't really want to pry into because the more I know, the more I'm gonna be pissed that I'm not playing it.
Yeah, see that's the thing. I feel like us talking about it motivates everybody, like especially the person that's making it. Like obviously you, Edge. I feel like it motivates you because I know a lot of people.
Oh, it definitely does. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of World Basketball developers they give up their game quickly, even though they have people like wanting it. They will give up. Like My Park, they were talking about. I don't know if y'all ever played My Park. Did y'all play My Park?
I tried it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So they said that, like literally like back in 2020, I think it was, or 2021, they said that there was gonna be a season 3, and it never happened. It just full on, just never dropped. No, like nothing happened. You know what I mean? I think they lost motivation and everything, and they just gave up or whatever. You know what I mean? That's why that's why I'm happy you're talking about it. That's why I said Edge. I want to see the game by very soon. Yes, I want to see it. Like, everybody wants to see the games very soon. But like I said, I'd rather you take your time. Like I said, I'd rather you drop it next year instead of just like next month. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I mean, I might even to kind of let people. What I might even consider is if I kind of start building up a content creator, like if people start posting, our game early on, I might even let there be a point where once we at least have Park kind of set in stone, I can just kind of take the content creators, hit them up like what build, instead of, so we skip like the whole build creation, just literally let them get into the game and just try it, be like, what build do you want to try? And let, like, oh, I want to play on a play shot. All right, I'll put a 99 play shot on your account with the max stats, everything. And you can go through and put on animations and then just, let the content creators kind of play each other. And it also lets us test the park and see if there's anything early on that we can catch and fix. And it also gives content creators, that special privilege to try the game early on, stream it if they want, record content. I'm thinking, Society, what do you think of something like that?
I was on definitely. But yeah, sounds good. It sounds good from what I heard.
Sounds good.
It sounds good from what I heard.
Okay. Basically, I was just telling them, like, we give content creators, like, once we at least have the park set up and we have, like the early stuff set up, we just put, like, a build on their account, like, maxed out and let them load into park and play each other and try the game out.
Yeah.
But that'd be, like, early.
Yeah, like earlier. Yeah.
So, I mean, I would definitely say straight up, like, don't expect, it's probably.
Maxed out. What do you mean by that?
I'd love for it to be smooth, but I don't want to promise. So if there are bugs,
oh, it's gonna be fine. Yeah. No, there's gonna be bugs, like for sure. Like at Arborwood 4, we all thought like Arborwood 4 is gonna be like the greatest. No, I don't know if you played it the first week, it was laggy.
When we go
unplayable.
The goal is for when we go public though, like when the game goes into alpha, we want to have it smooth. I don't want to go into alpha with bugs. That's why, we're gonna do that early testing to kind of like before we really start scripting a lot of stuff and putting things together, we could kind of just let you guys hop in, try out these builds, and then you could tell us your input on the game or make on whatever you decide, and then we go from there. Then we go into the first official. What?
I know what bet I'm making.
Bro,
What build is it?
They're
What
gonna
build you
be a
making?
P-lock. I mean, it's either gonna be a P-lock or a sharpshooter and slash.
you're gonna be a
slash
prospect,
whatever it's
buddy. You're gonna be a prospect, buddy.
called. Yeah, no.
He
Yo,
said
said a
no.
prospect.
prospect.
We're gonna
That's
have
funny.
we're gonna have multiple stages for public testing, and we're gonna get different people in. But obviously, content creators they'll be able to have that ability to load in every time. But when we're doing public testing, you're gonna basically go through and make your build.
Okay.
You know, like as if because we want to be able to test that and make sure that all of that works and stuff like that, and to let you make these different builds. But we'll probably have it where you just load in as like a 99, most likely.
So we would have us content creators and everybody like whoever else gets access,
So-
we would have early access.
Yeah, so content creators will get access to every testing stage automatically. And then for everyone that's not a content creator that might be watching this, you'll have to apply for, we'll put out like a Google form public when we get to that time. And me and Runts, we're going to go through and look through the applications. It is going to be something that is kind of not like a job, but like, you can't just load up the game, play it, then hop off and, you don't tell us anything or just maybe, oh, it's all right. Or, oh, the game's ass. Okay, what's ass about like what made it, bad for you instead of just saying, oh, it's ass. Like, I'd rather hear like, oh, the dribbling's a little wonk. It's a little glitchy. Rebounding needs to be a little tweaked a little bit. The ball just fucking shoots out to Afghanistan once it bounces off the rim. You can't grab it. Like, we're gonna need input from people, but the benefit for people that do test the game is they will get the game for free as well. Obviously, as long as they do give us some type of like good amount of input on their experience on the game. Content creators, obviously, it's a bit more lenient for content creators because I want them to be able to make content without having to stress giving us feedback, like literally writing us like a paragraph of what they experience. I'd rather them focus more on making content if they want to have fun.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys got it easier.
All right, bet. Before I go with this other question, does anybody else got another question?
I would like to put in my close because I'm getting sleepy, so I'm gonna just do my closing statement.
Got you, man.
For retired chat, I'm sorry for anybody with the echo. I promise I'm getting headphones tomorrow.
You echo.
But I hope the game turns out good. Please do big men good. Don't do what Orange 2
I play
doing.
big, so I can promise that.
Okay, because Orange 2 sometimes pisses me off with every update. I feel like every update is there just to attack me. I either get nerfed or buff. It's no in between. So just do big men good, and that's all I have.
If you have a big ass big, and you're like a dunker, you're gonna be getting a lot of contacts. You're gonna be putting your nuts in a lot of people's faces. It's gonna be a lot of stare downs, a lot of walkovers. It's gonna be. I want bigs that are like maybe max height, max weight, like a 90 standing dunk and shit like that. I want them to be able to feel like they're prime Shaq.
Yup.
I want that. I want guards that are 90 plus to feel like prime, like it's like prime 2K17. You'd be fast dribbling. Like I want these people that make these builds to be able to stand out and be dominant. Dunking, obviously, there's OP. I'm gonna nerf it a little. I'm not gonna make it where it's like RH2 right now, where it's like it's just it's pointless. It's gonna be if you have that higher. It's gonna be more if anything you have to just have that like 90, 95 dunk, and you're just dominant, dude. Like dominant.
Okay. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Nice talking to y'all.
Yeah. Shout out to
you
Joe,
as well.
y'all. Y'all can go follow
Yes,
him
ma'am.
on his YouTube and everything. And yeah. I know everybody's getting tired. I'm actually gonna save my questions for the next time then. 'Cause I know
You could ask me. I'm about to go stream with Melon. I'm not even getting off.
Oh,
The
all right,
night's
then.
just starting.
Yo, Kinley, because I know you're probably getting tired, man. Or unless you want to stay here, just
I had one quick question. You said you were making these the models, the Arthro ones, right?
What?
The little humanoid motherfuckers.
Yeah,
for
we have
Roblox.
our own rig, yeah, whatever.
Okay. Because I was wondering, are you guys gonna make your own clothes for it, or are you guys gonna steal clothes off of Roblox? So the Roblox clothes for the game, for the avatars,
Yeah, I know how
kind
to
of
make
chalked.
clothes of both.
Yeah, because they're kind of chalked for the regular John. So I think
Definitely
custom
both.
clothes would be the move.
And we're gonna have to make custom hair. So I was like, one hairstyle I noticed a lot of games messed up was Wix.
Dude, oh my.
We're gonna have custom wicks,
Okay.
a lot of locks, blowouts. You know, we're gonna have a lot of custom hairstyles, and if worst case, if we have to pay someone to make them just so they look better, we'll do that.
Okay. That's all I want to know. All right,
Yeah.
so you got one?
All right, man. Yeah, I got a question. You don't have to leak it or whatever. I mean, it's not really like crazy, but you don't have to. Remember, like I said, you can ignore it if you want.
Mhm.
But how is the stage going to work? Like, how is that going to work? Is it going to be like? 'Cause I know Roblox isn't like allow gambling in a way. So like, how are you going to do like how Hoops Life has it? Like, you get tickets or some shit, or are you going to actually like um make it like 2K, like the little bit of the gambling? I don't know if you can
Make
get.
it like, well, you wouldn't get banned for that because you're not putting up real money. Like you can earn that
Okay,
by
all right,
playing the
yeah,
game.
okay,
It's just
all
gonna
right, then.
you're putting up your coins. You know, you're playing for coins
Mm-hmm.
that
All
you
right,
can
bet.
earn for free. You can buy them, but you don't have to in order to play it. So they're really, I don't, you know, I feel like that's, I guess, if Roblox were to come at us for that, I guess that's more of a loophole. You know, you could put up you're playing for your coins that you can earn for free. You don't have to pay real money, I guess. I don't know how all that works. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I guess my workaround for that is you're putting up coins that you earn by playing the game for free. And yeah, like you don't have to go spend money on coins to play stage.
All right, Ben. I have some animations that I just wanted to talk about. I don't know if they're like I don't know if this one's gonna be able to, but like, will there be like a spin back type of move if it's possible?
Uh, Actually, a lot of people mention that we could try to incorporate. You know, like I want to have these types of moves that other games don't have.
Yeah.
If they're, you know, like I guess the only way I can put it is if we can make the controls work for that, then yeah, there will be. We might even just fuck. I can't. I'm not the one to talk about with dribbling because I'm not a guard. I'll be completely honest. I guess like society or runs, he's a guard, so he would know better than me because I don't know how the controls work necessarily for guards. There's a reason I don't play guard. I just suck as guard. Um, but of course, like these types of animations and stuff like that other games haven't done, we definitely want to try to make them work in our game. But I don't want to guarantee something like that, and then it's like, oh, well, we couldn't do it, so never mind. But definitely, like yeah, like a lot of people actually mentioned that. So yeah, we're gonna be trying to do stuff like that.
All right, so and I got this. I got a like it's like a more like a future type of question, but will there be a Hoop Valley 2? So like after this, would you just be updating only this game, or would you like be like, okay, like you know what, I want to make another one, but like I want it to be different. Like you know how Arborwood is, like Arborwood
Mhm.
3 was yeah. So are you gonna just stick to like Hoop Valley? Is that just gonna be the game, or is it gonna make are you gonna make like a Hoop Valley 2 to jump into like the
Uh,
next?
if we were to completely redo everything, like the whole aesthetic for like how the game
Yeah.
looks and stuff like that, yeah, I guess maybe, but I don't have any plans to do that until it's like, a long time down the road. Or maybe I would just completely revamp the game and just call it the Valley 2 or whatever. I wouldn't make one or two and then you could just, I would just redo the game and call it that new one. But I don't really plan to do stuff like that. That's like far down the road if we were to hypothetically do something like that.
You know, when do you think early access, like I know you don't know like an actual day, but when do you think early access or when do you want it to be? Like what type of date would you want it to happen?
Um, like I said, it all depends on because like I said before, we don't even have a map. We have
Mhm.
animations to where like we can start scripting those. We have the general UIs. Um, Early access. Um, I really wish I can give a date, but the only problem is, like I said, we don't have everything to where now it's just on our scripter to put everything together. We're still missing a lot of these key pieces. Um, I feel like once we have the map at least and all of our UIs, um, and more animations like our jump like we have a lot. It probably won't be realistically, or maybe towards like end of the year or like early next year. But obviously, I don't want to push it back that far because that's just a lot of like anticipating and a lot of waiting. I would love to get into like an early access or at least like an early like testing stage for the content creators sometime by like November.
All right.
Just so that gives us enough time to get all these animations made, get a lot of stuff made. It just gives us time to put everything together and not feel like we have to rush to give something to content creators or testers.
Yeah, that sounds fire. That sounds good to me. Yo, Kinley, got any other things we wrap this up?
I think we're good, man. I think we're good for the most part.
All righty, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting for this. I can't wait till this game
It's gonna be
comes out.
tough.
Like, it's gonna be fire. Like, I just can't wait to see it, bro. Like, I know it's gonna be I think it's gonna be by far the. I'm not even trying to glaze or whatever, bro. I think it's gonna be by far the greatest RB like road basketball game ever, bro. On
I think that's
Roblox.
easy to say. I think that's
Like-
easy as fuck to say.
Not even gonna lie.
Appreciate hearing that. That's just like more motivation to like work on the game and
Yep.
keep doing it. Like like even I just look long term. Like I wasn't even expecting all this early on. But even if none of this happened, I would still just be looking at it as like it's one thing I noticed with the World Basketball community is there's always room for those new games to blow up.
Mhm.
There's always room for a new game to blow up, and they gain a lot of traction pretty quickly from what I see once they start having those small things that immediately make the game stand out from others.
Yep. All right, y'all. Retired is out right now. He's with his girl right now. So yeah, he had his girl, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's all good. Hey, it happens. But thank you, Kinley, for coming in. Thank you, Edge, for coming in as well.
Of course.
For real,
Thank you for having me
Appreciate
tonight.
everybody.
Yeah, it means a lot. And yeah, Kinley, y'all can go follow Kinley. Actually, Kinley, you can shout yourself out. Yeah.
Kinley's World on everything, pretty much. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, all the other good stuff. Appreciate y'all having me. For sure, for sure.
No problem. And Edge, y'all already know who he is. Just put the server in the chat as well. But Edge, if you got anything else that you want to shout out, you can shout out.
I don't even got to shout out. I'm gonna just say this: RH2K, we coming out here to take over the community. Take over the Road Basketball community.
I love it,
Straight
man.
up.
I love to see it, man. I love it. But all right, y'all, it's been a W podcast. Thank you for everybody that came in. It really means a lot. He said RHK 2K indeed. Hey, but for real though, it really means a lot. Hopefully, we do this again sometime. Whenever you guys are not busy and everything like that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get this on the road, man. It was nice. It was W podcast hanging out with y'all, man.
It's not a podcast, it's a meeting.
Oh, meeting, yeah, whatever. But it's good night though with y'all boys, all right?
Hey, good night, gang.
Good night, y'all. Good night, man. Y'all stay safe. I catch y'all boys, man.
As well. Catch y'all.
Yep.